Hey, yo, we're live. We're live in the house. Bro, Pow Vista is absolutely popping off today. We got Lebret259. We got Jari Rocks, the legendary Jari Rocks. Bro. He's AFKing. Who's this guy fishing over here? Is this a new player right here? Yeah, Paffy FX trying to light a fire. Taking him a long ass time. Thilitium. Nice. Dude, look at this paladin bear, bro. I still don't have a paladin bear, pal. I don't think. Do I? Bro, what's up, meme kid? How you doing, bro? How's your day going? You know what I think? I think before we hop in the devlog, I want to do some like... I want to do like some freaking grinding on paladin bear, because I'm like behind on that. Where's my wildering forest? There it is. Maybe grab a fire pal where I can train my fire pal's damage. Bro, we're level 58 nature, bro. Hey, whoa! It's Floor! Floor came out of nowhere. Meme Kid says, how you been, Tenoshi? My day's been going good. Meme Kid, I'm slowly but surely getting over my sickness. I'm slowly but surely getting over my sickness, and I feel a lot better than yesterday. My beautiful, sexy wife has been taking care of my shriveled up, crippling body. My body that can barely get out of bed. She's been making me soup. She's been making me nachos. She's been taking care of me. Grady says I might be able to play, maybe not, but we'll see for Mario Kart World. Yeah, depending on how late, because I would be down to do it maybe at like 8 o'clock tonight. Maybe even off stream, like just hanging out in Discord. But doing it actually live on stream is a lot more difficult than just playing over online, you know? Floor says, Yo Tenoshi, do me a favor, make Texas feature cheaper on Twitch again. How expensive is it right now? Right now it's only 100. Only 100 Tano tokens to shout wankers in the chat. And Meme Kid says, good to hear you're doing better. Thank you.
Only 100 Tano tokens to shout wankers in the chat.
And Floor says, hey Tenoshi, do you remember that shelf bar I made? I made a full version of it. Do you want to listen? Go to my channel. Meme Kid says, today my internet is ass because people are working on it. Damn. Hey, but hopefully after you work on it, it'll be like better, you know? All right, so what are you talking about, Floor? The shelf song extended?
All these books and I need a shelf, but the handyman is busy. Guess I'm in a pickle when it comes to all these books. All these books and I need a shelf, but the handyman's in hospital. Guess I'm in a pickle when it comes to all these books. We've all been there with no one to rely on. We've all been there and we don't know what to do. Who can I get to put up my shelf? Guess I'd better do it myself. Everybody, who can I get to put up a shelf? Guess
I need to do it myself. Hey Floor, that was not terrible. That was not terrible. Those were some notes right there. Those were some notes. Everybody. Amazing, Floor. Incredible. Incredible work. Dun, 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 dun. You actually joined in. Nobody ever does that. Hey, but you said everybody. Dun, 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 dun. When the vocalist says everybody better join in. I was hoping everybody at your computers were joining in for that final chorus right there. Meme Kid says, Tenoshi, today was basically the same as yesterday, except I've been reading some manuals, which are colored in mangas. Samanhuas. What? Wait, am I lagging? Bro, what is happening to me? Bro, what's going on? Bro, I'm bugging around. What's going on? What's happening in Pow Vista here? Also, can I make it so that Paladin Bear can't reach me? Damn. I don't think I can make it so that Paladin can't reach me. Wow, this is really laggy. Tenoshi is experiencing my average lag. Oh my gosh. Dude, I can't even imagine playing the game like this. Wonder what's happening with the servers. Man. Well, anyways, guys, we have a special day today here because... Oh my gosh. It's lagging so bad. Wow. That is some crazy lag. Wait, can I do this? Wait a minute. I think Paladin Bear is getting killed by my guy. Is that allowed? It's awesome. Alright, but anyways, if I go ahead and turn on display here, you'll be able to see that today we are getting a Q&A at 3 p.m. Twitch jump scare. Whoa! Oh man, Floor. So yeah, so we could join the live event in Discord with our mic ready, and then click raise hand, and we'll invite people during. So that's gonna be cool. It's gonna be awesome. Interested? So that's starting in 48 minutes, boys. So till then, what do we want to do? I think I want to train my my pal here. Am I able to have him get attacked? Bro, what is this lag about? Okay, the lag's too much. The lag's too much. We gotta go home. Are we able to teleport out? Okay. Let's go ahead and get out our same pals before here. Oh my gosh, the lag is crazy. What the hell? Alright, what can this guy do? This guy can basically just... Oh my goodness. What is this lag? Bro, this lag is so crazy. Okay, so... At level 60 nature, what do you unlock for axes? Oh, the gold axe. Okay, so he just has to keep on chopping trees. Sounds good to me. Okay. Awesome. So, what are we doing today? We're trying to work on Pow Vista, the boss arena. So boss arena, if we just open up this, we should already be there. Yo, Tata Tenoshi, Tenoshi, do some Jackbox someday soon, will ya? Bro, Floors Gaming, somebody's gonna need to donate a lot of money to sponsor a Jackbox stream. If somebody donates money to sponsor a Jackbox stream, we can do a Jackbox stream next week. But for right now, there's nothing less I want to do in the world. Wait a minute, what's this? Wait, where's my... Did I never control S? Oh my goodness. No way. I mean, to be fair, we didn't make much progress. But surely there's some kind of backup options, right? Bro, what happened? Was it because my computer restarted on itself? 7:04 a.m.? Bro, how do I find backups? Yeah, ask ChatGPT. How do I get to my backups on Blender? Oh, this is a nightmare, guys. This is a nightmare. Autosave blend 1, blend 2. Go to the .blend. Look for files like .blend 1 or 2. Rename it or open directly in Blender. Okay. There is no blend 2. Boys, we got F'd in the A. Boys. Man. That's crazy, dude. Flora, hate to say it, but Jackbox is ass. Meme Kid says, gotta go to Noshi. I'ma read more manhwas whilst I drink my tea and cookies. Nice. Plonkas, I be British, eh? Oh, man. Enjoy the vibe, bro. Anyways, gotta go see him, man. Hopefully my internet gets less ass. Dude, hopefully, bro. Hopefully. Okay, so that sucks. Wow. So did I not like Control S yesterday? Did I literally never save it? What if I just open recent? Okay. That's not right. Oh, man. (26th) at 2:39 p.m. (26th) at 2:39, and I was working until like 5 o'clock. Man, recover last session. Today at 4:30. Oh, here it is, boys. We got it. We got the autosave. Okay. Let's just save as this one. Yeah, that's the right one. Okay, boys, we have it. We have it, boys. Oh, that scared me for a little bit, boys. Oh, man, the autosave. For some reason, my computer, like, absolutely shat on itself today. I don't know why, but it just decided to poop on itself. Okay, so what we've got to do is we've got to override the tile map by going over to Steven's DMs over here. Let's go ahead and save this. Okay. Go over to downloads. Guardian tiles. Extract all. Perfect. And I actually have to add this to my own. Okay, so we already have... Oh, map tile set recovered. Let's go ahead and go to textures, map tile set. I think I have to find it manually here. Map tile set. Where is the map tile set? We gotta just sort it by the largest, by size. There it is. We're gonna open this using Photoshop. And now we have the map tile set, and now we can drag in our ideas here. Okay, so where we're bringing this, maybe we would want this like down here.
Sort by size is what she said.
Okay, that's good. I was like confused for a second. I thought maybe like you're talking about like somebody who struggles with maybe weight or something. But Uncle Gay, that's that's funny. That's funny. Penis joke. Okay. I feel like since this is like final boss stuff, we should probably have it over here. Someday we're gonna have to make this even a larger tile set. But yeah, I'm thinking we should bring. Okay, how do we have whatever we did right here was beautiful. So having like 3 version, we can have a version with lava next to it. So first, let's just try to make. You know what? I kind of want to. Oops. Oh my gosh, what have I done? What have I done? Okay. Done. Let's go ahead and get rid of this right here. Done. Done. What is it? Control X. There we go. And then I kind of want to just copy what we have here. So let's actually go ahead and take this and then alt click drag down here just so we have a reference of what to kind of copy here. So there's Death Guardian and then there's Fire Guardian. So these are 2 different things. But we have 2 different colors of concrete. Which is important. Can't I just have all the layers selected at once? Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, you know what? I'm going to control E this so that they're on both the same layer. What is this supposed to be? This is supposed to be connecting to the top. Okay. I'm going to take this over here so we can have a reference here. But wouldn't that be the top one over here? I feel like that's what that would be. Yeah. You know what? I think I'm confusing myself. What I should really do is get rid of all of this. And then just pay attention with these 2 here. And then I'm going to have the bright. Okay. And then the dark is going to be underneath the bright. But then both of these should probably be underneath. Both of these should probably be underneath the sand, though. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, man. What are we using as a reference again? You know what? Should I? Okay, this is a little bit confusing, but I want to use the snow as a reference just for the layout. Because the layout proved to be so valuable. Man. Huh. Floor says, I should play that Pokemon song to Sprigitito when he can't sleep. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to start out by just bringing this over here. And this should have Okay, the top 3 pixels is what it's missing. I feel like, oops. We need pencil. Does that look right? I'm not sure if that looks right. This is with lava on top. Some kind of red on top. I don't know what that's supposed to be, though. But I know that this color should be, like, somewhere over here. Wait, what? Why does that keep on going to there instead of the pencil? Okay. Yeah, how do we do it with the mountains look all right. That's how the mountain goes. Huh. I'm kind of new to this pixel art thing, so we might make some mistakes. Yeah. Grady retracts his message. I guess we just have to find out. We just have to F around and find out. Now, how do we get this? Maybe we can just copy this down here. Oh, gosh. We definitely need to drag these guys over here a little bit more to the left. And then we're going to go ahead and color these. But something tells me we're supposed to be a little lighter than that. Oh man, here it comes.
I'm going to go to sleep, but let me just say, you're one of the best singers I've ever heard, Tanoshi. You make me cry every single time. Especially when you sang me happy birthday, like seriously. I bawled so dang hard. You should go on AGT. Also, one more thing I gotta tell you. Bus wankers. Sorry, I had to get one in before sleeping, haha XD.
Wow, Floor, you warm my heart, Floor, every single time. Floor, have a wonderful rest and good night, and I can't wait for our next singing session. It's gonna be awesome. How wholesome is that? All right. I think we can do that. Then I'm going to do that, as well as that, as well as that, and then that. That looks good, right? Does that look all right? Yeah. See you, Flora. Gritty says, Tanoshi, I might play if it works at my friend's house when I play handheld. Okay, got it. Understood. think I went a little too crazy on the bottom here. But it looks pretty crazy on this bottom too. We're just going to have to wait until it's actually in the game. Which, you know what? Let's just go ahead and try it out right now. Oh, you know what? I think we have an issue here. And our issue is this. Whoa. I think I'm getting a reminder that the Pow Vista Q&A is in 30 minutes, boys. 30 minutes until the Pow Vista Q&A. All right. Let's just go ahead and draw like a boundary around. The question is, should it be raised up or should it be... I feel like it should go down. I feel like that's the way to do it. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and line up everything here. Dun 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 dun. There we go. And I could just rotate, you know, I could just do this side because it's symmetrical. I could just do this side and then basically flip it on the other side. Oops. Faces. Okay. You know what I gotta do? I gotta set the alarm to go off when it actually is happening. Yeah. And if he's late, bro, if he's late, I'm gonna be pissed. Let's see here. What do I need? I need this rotated -90 locally. Perfect. I need this rotated locally 180. Oh my goodness. Need this to be this. Was it 4? Yeah. Let's just keep on keeping on here. See, this is another reason why having everything symmetrical is so important. It really does speed up the workflow. Dun 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 dun. Now, how are we gonna get up there? Now, how are we planning to get up there? I'm not quite sure now. We could do something like this, where it kind of just keeps on coming in here. Kind of like that idea. I'm kind of a fan of that idea. Can have that right there. Bring these on down. Bring that to the left. All right. Then we can bring this down to the corner right here. All right, and then we want this as symmetrical as possible. Now, this is an odd map because it's a very odd looking map because there is this thing in the middle here, but that's not the biggest issue in the world, to be quite frank. Do we want this to come down one more? Or do we want this right here to go down one more? I feel like we want this. There's something about the larger stairs that go up that really sells the like epicness of things. So let's have that be like that. And then what we would need is things facing the opposite way. Okay, so let's go ahead and select all of these pieces. Dun, 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 dun. Let's rotate this locally. Oh gosh, how do you mirror? How do I mirror flip? Oh no. Wait, how do you have to flip something to have it mirrored? Is that possible? Locally. Okay. You know, I'm going to ask ChatGPT if it's possible. Yeah, I'm going to ask ChatGPT. Chat. Okay. ChatGPT, is it possible inside of edit mode in Blender to duplicate a bunch of pieces and then have it mirrored on the opposite side? See, I would normally just rotate 180, but unfortunately, along my y-axis, it's not symmetrical. So when I rotate it 180, it's not like mirrored. So what do I have to do to mirror it? Yeah. Okay, yes, you can absolutely mirror pieces. So I just have to duplicate it. Then then I just have to scale it to -1. Okay. Okay. So scale to -1 along the x-axis, I think. And then also flip it on the y-axis. Oh gosh. Maybe I have to flip it -1 on the z-axis. Okay, no, that was definitely not it. So, okay, so it's definitely along the x-axis that I need to flip it. The problem is that now it's like, okay. Oh, you know what I can do? I think dude, what's up, Annie? I think I know what I need to do, which is I need to have all of these flipped upside down. Wait. Wait, okay. Okay, so there's one issue. There was one issue. Oh, Alt in. Press Alt in and choose flip. Okay. Alt in flip. Let's go. And it's just a little bit off though. What the heck? All right, that's no issue for us. We're just going to go down here 1/16, and we can mesh snap to grid. Wait, what? Okay, snap. Okay, how about I just, since I only have this selected now, I'm going to bring this scale back up to 1, and then I'm going to mesh snap to grid. Boom. And just like that, boys, we got it working. Just like that, boys. That's how it's done. Okay. Now what do I want to do? I think what I want is to have this be raised up with these corners around here. So that one on that side, that one on that side. And then this one would be over here on this side, and this one would be on this side. Yeah. How's your bike ride, bro? Dude, I think me and my wife need to get some bikes, dude, because biking is one of those activities that are really fun, and you can just get into like sort of this flow state almost when you're riding a bike, where you don't even really think about that you're exercising. You're just having fun. Wind's blowing in your hair. Not a care in the world. That's how people get ran over, bro. They have no care in the world, and then a car doesn't see them, and boom, they're dead. All right, let's go ahead and maybe these two we need over here. Dude, I once had a coworker at College Junior actually that was she wasn't riding a bike, but she was just walking on the street in El Cajon, and literally a car comes over 6 lanes of traffic, barrels off the street into the sidewalk, runs her over, dead. She's dead. And my boss just comes up to me one day crying, tears in her face, and she's like, Phil, Mary, we'll just call her Mary, but Mary is dead. And dude, that was my first experience where it's like, whoa, wait, what? This was somebody I work with every single day. This was a like 50-year-old woman who I worked with every single day for the last 2 years at the time. And just one day she got ran over by a car. It was crazy. Dude, what's up, Kreplin? I hope all is good. Just stopped in to check in for a sec. Hell yeah, bro. Dude, you should see my baby. He's growing so big. He's growing bigger and bigger every single day, dude. The man's a monster. He just keeps on eating. It's wild. I love him so much. All right, let's keep on. Is 2 enough, or should we have I feel like 2 is a big enough door. Okay, I think we have enough test subjects at this point when it comes to what we need to do to see what the vibe would look like with these new tiles. Yeah. Oh, wait. Am I supposed to... Okay, I think I see what I'm supposed to do over here now. What I'm supposed to do is grab, like, this point and this thing. Grab it over here. And then I'm supposed to bring this down. This should go down here. Ooh, no, it should just be a normal thing, I think. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I bet they don't stop either. Dude, yeah. I wonder how much the bill's going to be, dude. I hope groceries go down. I'm going to move to a lower cost of living area, that's for sure. Because San Diego, it's just too expensive, bro. It's too expensive, and since all my income is remote, it's like, why am I living here, bro? Why am I living here? It's because my wife is going to school here. That's why. But once she graduates, when she gets her master's degree, we're out of here. We're out of here. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and select all of this. Actually, well, I guess I can't select all of it, can I? Well, how about this? I'll just select it all, and then I'll deselect these guys. Perfect. And then I should be chilling. Okay. So now we got these pieces here. Specifically, these three are what we're looking at. Bro, I'm so excited for what this is going to look like. I hope it doesn't look like total ass. Okay, I feel like this one specifically is going to look like ass. But let's line all these up perfectly. Oh, something just happened. Was that Uncle Gabe? Who was that? Oh, that was Kreplin. Subscribe with the Prime.
Kreplin brought Felix Felicis and blessed us with Prime.
Wow. Kreplin, thank you, bro. Thank you for the Prime subscription. Hell yeah. Dude, W Kreplin. Okay, yeah. No, I definitely messed up on this tile right here. I definitely messed up on that tile. Wait. Are these... Wait a minute. Are these just reverted? No, no, no. It's this one. Why does it look so bad? Should it be flipped the other way? I'm so confused why that looks so bad. To all the inside ones? Yeah, all the inside ones. These two. Oh man, these look bad. Alright. We'll fix them. We'll work on them. Man, but thank you again, Kreplin, for the Prime. If you guys didn't know, you get a free subscription every month with using Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for free on Twitch. And you get a bunch of bits, I think. I don't know how many bits you get for subscribing, but it helps me out. Keeps me streaming. Keeps Pow Vista running. Alright. Let's go ahead and grab these tiles and make them freaking lava. Bro, that's sick. That's so sick. Bro, we're going to make tons of... Bro, we're going to theme all of this in this color. Bro, and then the sand right here is going to be dope. Where's the sand? Where's the sand up in here? There it is. This is going to come over here. This is going to be like a dark soul sand or whatever it's called. Bro. This looks sick. This looks so sick. Look at that. All right. We just got a little bit of editing to do. We got a little bit of work to do here. Wow. But these look good. Oh, man. There's something about this vibe that looks awesome. It just looks like something out of Dark Souls, bro. Dude, we gotta have a Dark Souls style boss fight in this arena. That'd be so epic. Dun 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 dun. Man, why do I feel like what we should have is some sort of like bridge over lava? That's what I feel like we should have here. Dun 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 dun. Perfect. Okay, I mean that looks pretty dope. Dude, the colors work so well. The colors work so well. I can't wait to make stairs and stuff for this. Okay. Here's what we gotta do. Here's what we gotta do. Gotta delete this. We gotta think about this. I think what we need to do is use this as a reference. But the snow tiles do look good, so whatever this is, this should work good. I don't understand why. Okay, that's not the one that looks messed up. That's not the one that looks messed up. What the one that looks messed up is this one. Okay, which I got to what I've got to do is Control V that, and then drag it over this, and then we gotta like, we gotta see what's messing this up. It's really this stuff at the bottom. I mean, if we just do that, oops. If we just do that, what does it look like? Does it look any better? Oh, it still looks like flipped. It just kind of looks flipped. Maybe I've messed up in my head where it's supposed... Oh, that's why. Yep, I messed up in my head where it's flipped. So... Okay. Let's do this. Let's just go ahead and literally copy this over. Now we have it in our head that this is the top. On the left-hand side is the top. So let's go ahead and take this color. Oops. Let's make sure we're contained here. Let's do a little bit of a darker gray. A little bit of a darker gray here. Well, maybe we want to do this. A little bit of lighter is what I meant to say. Okay. I'm really convinced in my head that it's supposed to be like this. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Okay, we're getting better. We're getting closer. I feel like everything needs to get moved up, though. Or everything needs to move to the left a little bit more. Let's move everything to the left a little more. How would I do that? Maybe move this up here. Just by a pixel. And then you can shave this off a little bit. And then we can move this to the left a little bit more. Then we can also move this to the left a little bit more. Let's see what that looks like. Okay. Where am I? Well, that was trippy. The bottom, I feel like, should just be that red, that dark red. That's the very bottom right there. Should the top have any red? I mean, let's try to see what that looks like. Is that weird? I feel like that's weird. But we can try it and then Control Z it if we don't like it. Oh, yeah. Wait, that actually looks good? Okay, one issue I'm seeing is that this stuff up here is way too bright. And it's because there's not a lot of diversity in this thing. Just a little too bright because of that. Okay. Okay, that looks a little more detailed. Still, those corners are too bright, so let's try to take that over. Okay, I mean, that looks pretty all right. These are definitely stretching up too much. I'd want to get rid of those pixels. Maybe replace those with red. Yeah, it's this one right here. Huh. Gosh, why is my PC lagging so hard? What's going on? Okay. Yeah, maybe the full top needs to be covered with that red. Does that look right? Okay, definitely should have a little bit more bend in it. It's kind of disorienting working on this. Because it's supposed to be like shaped that way. I mean, that works for now. I would definitely want to get rid of these couple pixels here. So what side would that be on? What part of that is that specifically? What pixels am I trying to get rid of? The top? Yeah, just that line. Does that look too unnatural? Oh man, and now I want to get... Is that a different color? That is a different color. Oops. Okay. I'm thinking that's the move. Looks a little weird. Why does it look weird? It bends up a little too much? It's a little too thick. That's what it is. It's too thick. So I need to make it just a little less thick. There we go. Yeah. Kreplin says, I'm off for now, man. Enjoy the rest of your stream. I'll catch you next time. Thanks, Kreplin. Thanks again for that Prime subscription, bro. Appreciate it. Is that what we want? We want it to be thin. Oh, that's a little too thin. Oh no. What happened? Oh my gosh. Boys, we're right now going to be starting the Pow Vista DevLog. Or, sorry, Pow Vista Q&A. Bro. Where is it? Where's the live stream, boys? Is it gonna be on Twitch? Join the event live. Oh, Q&A right here. Is this music? Oh, wow. Look at that. Yo. Close on Sundays in the Q&A. Oh, and servers offline and March. I like this music. Lots of fun sounds. This is very Pokemon-esque music. Wow. Wow, we got Thilitium, which I saw in-game earlier. Let's go ahead and move this to be more like this here. Wow. This music is dope as hell. Wow. Boys, I'm going to go ahead and link this to you in the chats. Go ahead, and if you'd like, you can join the call live, or you could just watch the live stream and enjoy the Q&A from here. Totally up to you guys. I love this. We need like some Pow Vista music like this. This is fun. I like it. We definitely need to keep it thick enough. I think it is 2 lines. 2 lines is thick enough.
All right, just making sure that my mic is working.
Okay, all right. March has the
Crazy to
mic.
see everyone joining at the same time.
The mic access. How do I make him louder? Oh, that's loud enough. Okay.
Just to make sure, can everyone try using the raise hand feature? Awesome. Wow, that works very well.
Yes.
I was not expecting it to go that fast in the first place. Awesome.
This guy's his cat.
Steven, would you like to come in right now, or should I just start things off?
He's raising his hand.
Right. Move me up real fast. Don't let me for some reason. It is taking its sweet time. Hey, there we go. Hello, Steven.
You hear me?
Yep, loud and clear. All right.
Okay, great. I think I'm in. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
You hear me? Okay, great. Welcome everybody. Thank you, March, for
lag.
hosting this Q&A.
Little bit of
course.
crackly lag
You
there.
want to start things out? Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Q&A. We are here with me, the official lore writer of Pow Vista.
The official
and
lore
the
writer.
creator of the best game ever, Steven. Today we're just gonna kind of have people raise their hands to come into the and then ask their questions or give suggestions. We're gonna do one question or suggestion at a time, just so then everyone gets at least a chance to suggest or ask what they would like to ask. We're also going to be going through the list of the pre-submitted questions from the form that was given out yesterday or the other day. I forget exactly when. And then we'll go from there. Do you have any comments, Steven, before we begin?
He's gonna thank people.
Oh,
Right?
sounds awesome. Let's get started.
Oh, he didn't thank anyone.
Alright,
Oh no.
So, looking at what you sent me before, it looks like you wanted to start off with
Thought he was gonna pull off that
the pre-submitted
politician answer.
questions, so I believe we can start off there. Let me just pull them up real fast, and then we'll get to work. All right, so we have 11 suggestions, or not suggestions, but submissions.
Okay, 11
Some of them
submissions.
And
are-
just to make sure, is my voice sounding all laggy yet? at
Yes, yes.
A little bit, yes.
Oh no, a lot laggy, Steven. A lot laggy. That was the most
Looks
crackly,
like he's disappeared.
lo-fi, high quality
moment while
vinyl
he's,
crackle
trying to
you
fix
could
it.
ever ask for. I'm so close to level 60 woodcutting here.
In the
All right.
meantime, I believe everyone can use text chat, so if you would like to...
Oh, we can use text chat up in
there,
here?
Feel free to use that.
How do I use
It
text
should
chat?
just be like the little chat bubble and everything, so...
Chat bubble? Oh, that chat bubble. Yo! I was wondering if we could
My bad, I forgot I let my chickens out of the coop.
do that. All right. Yeah, Steven's voice sounded
There we go.
like it had a very high quality RC20 vinyl crackle.
All right, sorry about that, guys.
tethered
I'm
to
dealing
it
with some
before.
technical difficulties here. Can you guys hear me right now?
Now
loud and clear. No lag
we
this time.
hear.
Okay, great.
You
I'm like on my
better.
phone. Sorry, my computer was like freaking out. I was trying to use my other mic. Hopefully, does the voice sound okay?
A bit muffled, but yeah. I think it sounds...
A bit muffled,
at
a bit
least
muffled.
perfect for what we're doing.
Okay, sounds good. We'll just have to stick with that this time, I guess. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started then.
Alright, and do you have the
All right.
recording software going on your end? Or should I start recording this?
Yes. Thanks for reminding me. I have it going now.
no worries.
I'm just like, gosh, I'm trying to figure out how to make this thing go on speaker so I can like look at the.
Oh man. Oh,
Let me
you
see.
gotta click the volume icon.
Okay.
It's a button
Okay, so
on
I'm
on
good to
Discord.
go. Can you hear me still?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, it's recording.
Sweet.
Awesome. Alright, well, with that in mind, should we restart the introduction, or you feel that we should be fine in that case?
I think we're good to just.
We're gonna hop in. Let's
Alright.
do this, bro. 11,
So
only
we're gonna start
11
off with the
submissions.
pre-submitted questions, and then we'll move on to everyone giving their own questions and suggestions live. Keep in mind it's going to be one at a time. We'll try and get through everyone at least once. We are going to be hopefully finishing up in about an hour's time, so around 4 p.m. Pacific. With the first question, for the suggestion, which I feel is not that bad a suggestion, is adding an NPC named Josie, and it's going to be a
Josie.
gray tabby. This is from either what's their name? I am completely blanking on the name right now. I have to scroll up a bit to find it. Either Zeke or I have no idea how to say the other person's name. So let's just say Jen. So that's something to keep in mind, is like adding an NPC that looks like a gray tabby.
Yeah, I mean that's a great idea. Would it be different than a prowler? I wonder. Like how would it?
Oh, different
I
than a
guess the
prowler.
design
What
and
what
pattern
is
like what makes it a tabby, right?
what's a tabby versus prowler?
Yeah, I mean I'm open to that.
Is a
what-
tabby like the type
like,
of cat I
guess that's
have?
Just like a. I mean, it would be cool to have like a lot more pals that are like kind of like just regular animals.
Tabby
Like even if there were
animal?
like salamanders and things like that. Like
Oh yeah,
crawling
that's
on the
literally my
floor and,
cat.
like, and like an actual cat that's like not like a cat walking on two legs, you know, like a real cat that's like on four legs. would
Dude,
be pretty cool.
yes.
Especially if it could like skateboard, like kind of
Like
like
the
a
cows.
skateboarding dog would skateboard. I don't know. Just an idea.
Yeah, that would be a fun idea. Have like a little pet shop or something.
Yeah, yeah. I wonder what
Dude,
the
a pet
progression
shop
system would be
would
for
hit so hard.
getting those types of pals. Like,
Frogs, birds,
like would it be?
lizards,
Do you have any
crocs,
ideas?
The fifth area.
Elephants.
Once it gets added in because it's more of an urban area.
A
from
zoo
what,
area.
I've seen
A
based on,
zoo
like,
area.
and the way you have the map laid out, at least before fixing it.
Azunia,
Oh, zoo area as well. That's a good one, Tanoshi.
Oh, that's a good idea. Good idea.
Azusa
There's so
like a
many
live
things.
chat.
Pacific.
Yeah, this is a live chat. We can see, like, if you pull up the the text option in the state, you can see
Azusa.
everyone typing in there.
Azusa.
Perfect. I'm in this like horrible like situation where I have to either like hold the phone up to my ear to like hear you guys, or like I have to look at the screen and then I like can't hear you guys because I don't know how to like put on speaker for some reason.
Steven, I wish
But
I
just like
could be there.
I'm being a noob when it comes to
IRL
this, new
to
format,
be your
but, it's all right, we'll figure it
tech
out.
support.
Anyway,
Happens to the best of us.
yeah.
The very first question,
Click the volume
from
icon.
Jen, I believe, is what made you create Pow Vista?
It's a great question. So it was one
How's
Sunday
the arena?
afternoon, I was just like
The
hanging out at home, like trying to find a mobile game to play, and I was just like,
This is how the arena is
you know, I
going,
was,
by
like,
the way.
watching
Jari
some
rocks.
show on the TV or something. And I like wanted a mobile game to play in the background, and
It's
I
looking
just
dope.
like I was trying to play RuneScape at first, but like it was just frustrating to me that like that it was like couldn't be vertical mode and the buttons were really small, and like there was also the fact that I tried a few games and I couldn't find any where it's like you can instantly like play with your family, like because my family all has like, you know, iPads and stuff, and so I was like, man, I wish there was just a game that was basically like Pokemon but like multiplayer.
Yes.
And that you could just like instantly play with other people. So I like got on my computer and like made a little like mock-up screenshot of like what I would imagine like my dream like mobile game would be, and so I kind of like photoshopped together like Pokemon screenshots and like RuneScape inventory and like all these things on the screen to like imagine like what would like a vertical mobile game with like inventory and like you're able to walk around kind of like in a Pokemon world, what would that like look like? And at the time I was doing a lot of skateboarding and stuff, so that just like it came to my mind, like skateboarding would be like cooler than like having like a bike, like in Pokemon you have a bike. And so that was like the initial step, and like at the time I had just kind of gotten big as a music artist, so I had a lot of income from streams on Spotify and stuff, and I was like, man, like anything's possible here, like I could like find someone to work with to like create a minimum viable product version of this game. So I that kind of started the journey, and I found Servers Offline, who's still our lead dev even to this day, and he like overnight coded the first version of Pow Vista, which was just like 2 Pokemon characters in a online world that can just skateboard around in like a little fenced off area. And I still actually have that like screen recording of the first time me and Servers Offline are like running around in the first version of Pow Vista, and that was about, gosh, like how long ago was that now?
Like
So that was 2021, so that was 4 years ago.
4 years
It's
ago.
crazy how time flies. But yeah, that's like the origin story, I guess.
Pretty cool story, I gotta admit.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 years ago is
Now
definitely wild.
walking around who weren't even born
Second
yet.
question. Do you ever plan to branch off iOS or Android and only update on Steam?
Or now.
Okay, so like, wait, can you clarify that question? So like, we're already on Steam, iOS, and Android.
So I think the question is more so focusing on, rather than having both integrated mobile support and PC support, making it to where the game is focused purely on PC.
Oh, that's a really great question. So, I mean, with this recent Waydot video, for anyone who doesn't know, I mean, a lot of you probably know this already, but we had a big wave of players come in from this video that this amazing creator called Waydot created about Pow Vista. And like, it seems like the people who that video appealed to is like a different type of player than what I initially imagined for Pow Vista. So like when I first made it, I was imagining like something I could like play with my kids, like something targeting like younger, like maybe like the average age would be like 15 years old playing the game. And I was imagining it as like a mobile game for like the new generation, basically. But after a few years of Pow Vista being out, like people were just asking over and over, like, please put it on PC, put it on Steam. And like, since we built the game in a platform called Unity, you're able to pretty easily just report to PC. So we put out the Steam version as quickly as we could, and took a few months though. But anyway, so when Waydot made his video about Pow Vista and played it on PC and stuff, it just seemed to like appeal to a lot more PC players.
Say 500.
And so personally, my current theory is that we need to focus a lot more on PC and building out the Steam version of the game and making it feel less like just a mobile port to PC. Things like making sure the inventory is like fixed and not like a click and drag scroll inventory.
Yeah.
We definitely want to improve that aspect and add things like hover over mouse options and other things that are really like optimized for PC. Still like figuring out how much we want to prioritize for that, but versus just making like new game content. But we do have some things like making the inventory fixed on Steam. We have some things like that in the works.
Very exciting. Yes, it is very awesome to hear that there is more planned for PC. I agree with you. Felicium, I think it's the pronunciation. That's
the lithium.
at least my attempt at saying the name. So the next set of questions is going to be from Tenoshi himself. Question number 1: where does updating the user interface of Pow Vista rank in your list of priorities? With like the possibility of adding a quest log, map, Powdex that logs every item in the game with a short description, so on and so forth.
Yeah, I would personally put that at medium priority right now, just because I think the number one priority is more game content, and that mainly that being more areas and quests, and just more skills and more fleshing out of skills. Like for example, the nature skill and adding the ice skill and a upcoming poison skill, or
poison skill would
and
be
as well
sick.
as a
Poison skill would be sick.
build skill, also known as the hammer skill possibly, but not sure what the final name for that one will be. But anyways, we really want to have like more in the game. That's like our number one priority, is to just have more stuff to do, because the thing is, like, even though the UI isn't like optimized and great, at least it like works basically. So I would put the UI changes at like a medium priority. Honestly, even like dipping down
Even
into low
low?
priority.
Oh,
However,
no.
like it's basically like if we hear enough people like screaming for like certain UI changes, like we'll make them for sure. But like if you had to choose between, you know, tweaking the UI and like having like boss mechanics when you have fights with like Embermaw, I'd much rather choose having like cool, interesting boss mechanics with Embermaw versus like having a sleeker UI. But especially since one of the frustrating things about UI is like you work really hard on updating it, and then it's like there's always more that you can update.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to
true.
just
It's
know
a
when
never
to,
ending. Yeah.
you know, when to prioritize things that
True,
are
it's
really going to make a difference for the player.
Never ending.
For the player experience. However, like with all of that said, like I'm not like bashing on UI. I love UI, and I want to definitely improve the UI for the Steam client. Like that's the number one thing, because the thing is the current UI was all built out for mobile, so
Yeah.
that's one of the big problems with why the UI basically sucks on Steam.
I'm fairly certain right now there's someone that focuses in UX design.
That's true.
pitched
That's
you
true.
something, right?
That's right, Mr. Swisher. Yeah, Mr. Swisher has provided a bunch of mock-ups.
yeah.
He's a professional UX UI designer, and his stuff is amazing. And we are like if we're let me just like rephrase it this way: if we're going to be doing UI changes, for right now, it's just going to be like focused on optimizing the PC UI. But the mobile UI, I think,
Like
don't hold your breath too long for the mobile UI to change, basically.
Very fair, especially like you mentioned before, the game is in mobile port and everything. Like it was originally built for mobile,
that.
so the Steam portion of it doesn't have that updated UI. Definitely looking forward to any changes that come through for that. I'm sure everyone in the audience can agree. For question number 2, if Pow Vista had 10 million monthly players, how frequently would we get new skills added? Would there be a cap?
I love this question because it kind of forces you to think outside the box there. So like if we had 10 million monthly players and assume like each person spent a penny per month, that'd be like what is that, like 100K US dollars per month or something in revenue. So like if we had 100K in revenue per month, then like we would hire a bunch of people to work on Pow Vista, and it would everything would get done quicker. I mean, we would become an absolute machine, and we'd have a lot. Now the question is like, how many skills do you think Pow Vista can have before like it has too many skills? I don't know if there's an answer. Like if you really want to think big, it's like we could have like huge regions with like 10 towns in each region, and then like some regions have region specific skills and types, and then and then we can also have like, I mean, there's just so many things you could do. Like it might be thinking a little too far ahead into the future to think of like, what would you do with the development of the game if you had $100,000 coming in every month? But and like it might be more than that if we had 10 million monthly players. But we'd have like, at least a battle pass every month, maybe like multiple. Like basically like we borrow all of Fortnite's strategies to like keep players engaged with new content and stuff. Yeah, it's kind of it's not something that is likely to happen tomorrow, but it's a fun question to think about.
Definitely. It gives so many different avenues for you to look at the game.
Man.
Definitely.
Question number 3, and this is one of the interesting ones that Tenoshi submitted. If Elon Musk donated $100 million to Pow Vista specifically for that purpose, how would you choose to spend it?
Okay, so this is a form of the other question, except it's like even more like insane. So $100 million. I think I would pay $1 to 100 million people to play the game. No, I'm just kidding. I would, man, I think just the team would get bigger, and we would do more and more insane things with the game. It would definitely be on every platform. We'd have a team of people that does customer service. We'd have a team of people that does, because by the way, I spend like a lot of my time doing like quote unquote customer service right now for Pow Vista. It's insane because of, some of the bugs that I get through. We'd have like a team of, if with $100 million, I think we'd have like at least 100 devs or something, or like 50 devs, and like maybe another 50 artists. I mean, this is kind of crazy, but I guess games do get made for $100 million. So it's definitely not the type of game we've been making. We've been making like very many order of magnitudes lower budget than like a $100 million
right
game, but it's a fun thing to think about. And again, I think we just hire more people, make more stuff, put out more content.
Definitely. Yeah. If you ever petition him to do that for us, Tenoshi, just like that'd be sick.
Yeah, let us know. Yeah. By the way, do you want to call someone up to the stage to do to ask a question?
Like a quick live question, sure thing.
Yeah.
Second person to raise their hand gets to be added in for their live question. So who's gonna be the second person?
Oh, that was
funny enough. It's Stone Pirate.
That's Stone Pirates.
Hey.
Somebody had to be the first
Hey,
one.
what's up, man?
Pirate?
What's up, bud?
What's up, Pirate?
Not much.
He's stoned, bro.
First, just want
He's
to say
so
I
stoned
appreciate
right
you, man.
now.
When you had that thing happen where I didn't get my eggs and you got them back, you guys are legends.
Dude.
And
legends.
and I'm also I am here because I watch Waydot's videos, and he said I thought I found a diamond in the rough. And dude, honestly, I've been wanting to get back on old school RuneScape, but my account got hacked.
Yes.
And then they ended up botting with it. I lost my whole account, dude. My guy was really high level. So this is a great fix for me.
Gosh, bro,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
But here, I'll give this
that.
one to Irie because he was talking about this. He was
your
talking about wondering if,
account.
so say you always have to build a fire to cook, right? He was wondering how hard, or if it was possible to build like a range or a place where you can just go cook, or maybe have your POW cook too. Your POW, the guys you get from the eggs, cook.
Yeah.
To maybe level their fire up, so then you can give them a fireboard too to attack with.
Yeah.
Love it. Great question. Thank you, Pirate. Yeah. So 100%, like on both of those questions, When it comes to cooking on like a range, we do have like the stove inside of certain houses. You can like go into
I
the
had
stove.
no idea.
It's a little like not ideal because you have to
What?
like
I
walk
did
into the house, which
not
takes more time.
No, you could.
But maybe
use
we could do because
stoves
like
that.
I guess there's the option where we could do something like where maybe there's a stove
That's
right next to a bank
wild.
somewhere.
I had
That
no
might
idea.
be a good
lol.
addition. And then when it comes to Pal's cooking, like 100%, we
Hidden
want to add
gem.
Pal's cooking. It's on our list
love
of
when
things that we want to
games
add as
have
capability because we need
Small little features.
Pals to be able to train up their
like
fire
that.
level. So
We're almost
definitely
no one
want to do both those
knows
things. So
it
thank you for those
exists.
suggestions.
No problem, man. Hey, man, you guys are legends. I love the game.
Legends.
Thank you so much.
Too.
Yeah, appreciate it.
No problem, brother.
Legends.
All right. I'm going to move you back to the audience real fast. Oh, took care of it himself. All right.
Oh man, I've
Tenoshi's suggestion, by the way, it's a series of suggestions for what he would like to magically add to the game. An incredible user interface where you can open up the map and even zoom into areas by clicking on cities or routes, and you can see your friends where they are in the world in real time, and use teleports for your inventory via the map. He would also love having the Powdex log every single item in the game, and each one would have a short description or entry like RuneScape or the Pokedex. He would also love to have the friends list show what world you are in. It does currently, by the way. If you were to click it and then see where your friend is when they're online, it'd say, like, for example, world 10, world 11,
correction.
or world 12.
My suggestion
And then if
is that
you want to share
you
anything else,
be
always feel
able
free
to see
to DM Steven
your,
because it
your
does look
own-
like you also mentioned that you have your
see
DMs
your
available
own
for any
world.
suggestions you would like to add.
that you are.
Tenoshi can also DM me in real life because he is my actual in real life brother and can literally just come to my house and just DM me to my face if he wants.
Steven, add this thing! Oh!
Yeah, he can like go on my computer while I'm in the bathroom and like, add it to the game himself. Anyway, yeah, great ideas to know. Like, I agree with every single suggestion there. It's just a matter of priority for all those things. And it is a little bit of a and when you're weighing the priorities too, it's like how much time is it going to take to come up with something that's good and like easy to maintain and like not hard to like make work on different aspect ratio size screens, but like it's a totally like it's a solved problem. So many games have added like nice intuitive mini maps and quest logs and things like that. So I don't think it'll be too hard for us to do that. It's just right now it's like a priority thing, and we're putting that in like maybe the realm of like
I gotta raise
medium
all this
/
up
medium
here.
high priority or something like that.
Very fair. Tenoshi would like to make a correction with one of the suggestions. Is that you'd be able to see what your own world is. So
Yes. We
you
should
can
do
see,
that.
like, whether you're in world 10, 11, or 12.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely need
Yeah.
that.
That'd be very cool to have. So agree 100%. Oh, of course, Tenoshi. The next set of questions and
Oh
suggestion
man,
is
this
from
really falling
Charizard
apart.
Love. The first question is, does player feedback affect the direction of the game?
Oh yes, it does. Oh my
Absolutely,
gosh. The
Charizard.
PvP
Yes. Is it Charizard Love?
The
is his name?
PvP would
Yes,
never
Charizard, like the
have
Pokemon. Love.
gotten
Yeah, Charizard.
nerfed
Absolutely, player
if it weren't
feedback affects the
for
direction of the game.
feedback.
So many changes are as a result of player feedback. In fact, when we hired our
Cook
beta
all.
testers, and hired is a strong word, when we
Future
recruited
GM.
our volunteer beta testers, and we had this like application that went out to everybody, we put in there questions about, what bothers you about the game, what's one thing you would add to the game if you could, what's your
Yeah.
favorite thing about the game. But the
Which
number
are
one
all
feedback
above
we got
me.
from those applications, which we got like 50 applications come in for beta testers, was everyone just wanted like basically like the cook all feature, the make all feature, basically, for where you click one time and then your player will cook all of the fish in its inventory, or smith all of the bars in its inventory, etc. And so, I mean,
what am I doing wrong here?
That was so clear to me that I'm like, this is like such a common thread among so many people who are leaving this feedback. And like I'd also heard it outside of that as well. We decided like that was something we just need to get in the game right now. So we went ahead and did that. And there's always like bugs we have to iron out. So right now only the cook all option is in the game, but hopefully today we actually have a new version of the game coming out where we think we've fixed all the bugs, and smith all and smelt all and cut all, disintegrate all,
oh my gosh,
sacrifice all. Those features are all coming into the game in the next update. So that's just one example, but there's all kinds of other examples. The entire idea for the poison skill, which is going to be basically like a potion making skill, where you make like these energy drinks with like ingredients that you get throughout the game world.
Energy drinks.
And those energy drinks give you like special abilities and buffs and temporary boosts.
Funny, bro.
That and then like you get damaged as you drink them. So that's the idea of it being like poison, basically. That whole idea for that skill
you take
completely
damage
came
as
from
you drink them.
Techno. Shout out Techno. I don't know if he's here, but shout out Techno. And also many other people have contributed to, like Alex and others. So yeah, we're totally player focused. By the way, I hate to interrupt this Q&A, but I just need to ask if anyone here would mind like setting up OBS and recording the rest of this interview, because I'm pretty sure my recording just failed.
No,
but because I'm like on my phone and like
and
and then I just realized right now, like, will it even pick up my own voice if I'm like doing a screen recording on my phone? I don't think so. So
that works.
Yeah, so it's possible that like the first half of this thing has been lost to history, but Tenoshi, if like you're still listening, dude, I know you have OBS. Like, can you like record this like starting now? Listen,
he mentioned that he's streaming right now.
You want my mic muted?
Okay,
no
so
commentary.
Hopefully, like he just got the whole thing, so that's perfect. And instead, I've now like added my rambling to the historical archives. So anyway, you can go ahead and move forward, March, with the next question if you'd like.
Yes, I'll move forward in a second. Tenoshi, feel free to keep your commentary. Like, nonetheless, we love your commentary. For the next question, what is next on the roadmap?
Okay, good question. All right. So next on the roadmap is getting Icefall, the new area, released, and the initial version of Cablegast, the electric boss, who is in the power plant. When you go through that elevator door, you'll go into the Cablegast boss room. And Cablegast, he's like basically a Ember Moss-sized NPC that's basically just like sentient.
You know what? That looks a lot better.
Cables, Sasquatch
a little weird
type creature, with like electric cables, like, think of like Tangela from Pokemon, like how it's kind of like made out of like cords. Well, this is kind of like the electric cable cord version. And so that boss is coming out, and then with Icefall, we're gonna have these new ice tiles, which are really fun. We've been playing with them in like the beta version, where you can slide onto the ice, and it's pretty cool because you can like imagine like you knock an NPC onto the ice, and the ice is next to a cliff, and you knock the NPC onto the ice, it slides to the edge of the cliff and then goes off the edge of the cliff, which is kind of a fun mechanic.
Yeah.
And then another fun mechanic about it is if you're like sliding into another player on the ice, you'll like do combat damage just like if you were skating. Another fun mechanic is like basically the ice puzzles that we have that take you down into the different areas of Icefall. So we're excited to get all that. And then after that is going to be the ice skill, which I'm very excited to share more about. I don't have a lot to share right now, but you can just know that it's going to be, I mean, I'll just leak to you guys what I'm thinking for it. I have it pretty fleshed out in a Google Doc, but the ice skill is essentially going to be, now hear me out. it's going to be some mix. And I know that the skate skill is already like agility, but ice skill is going to be some mix of like agility, because there'll be certain types of ice that you have to have like a higher ice level to use certain shortcuts, mixed with fletching, which you might like. If you guys don't know what fletching is, if you're not a RuneScape player, which I think everyone here has at least a basic understanding of RuneScape, but the idea is that you're going to be like carving the ice into like ranged weapons, basically. So, like imagine like you smash the ice into like a snowball. That's like your level 1 ranged weapon, and like you can skate while you're like throwing snowballs. Okay, and then and then on top of this, I wasn't planning to share all this with you guys today, but I might as well. These are initial ideas. You can shape the game with your feedback on this, but the idea is like you upgrade where you can like shape the ice into like a spear, like an ice spear that you throw and like do higher damage at a slower throwing attack speed. And the idea is that this would do like ice damage by default, but you could like add different tips to the ice spears, or like mix in things with the snowball to like do fire damage or water damage or electric damage, etc. So the idea is to almost have this be like the way that you create ranged weapons for Pow Vista. So, and then another thing we have on the roadmap simultaneously is adding level 100 skill guardians that are skill specific. So when you get level 100 in a skill, like at least one player has level 100 death, that's Zoid 0. He'll unlock something called the Death Guardian, which is just like a little boss room with a big death type guardian NPC. It's kind of like this cool, kind of looks like Regirock from Pokemon mixed with like a Gundam with like wings and stuff. And they'll just be like reskinned for each skill. So it's going to be like the same base NPC, but it'll be like purple or red based on the skill. So like purple would be death, red would be fire, yellow would be electric, etc. And the idea with that is that sorry, someone just rang my doorbell, and I think it's my washer. Okay, I have to interrupt that real quick. Guys, I'll be right back.
March can entertain
super
us.
Sick. I'm super excited.
March, tell us lore.
I can entertain. Blood, I'll get to you in just a second. Don't worry. Tell you lore. Ooh. What would you like to learn? I can share at least a little bit of lore.
Ava's backstory.
I'm not going to share any names.
I want to know Ava's backstory.
Ava's backstory. I don't have Ava's backstory.
I just got back here. Sorry, did I miss anything?
You didn't miss anything. They were just saying like I should entertain by telling the backstory of Ava, and it's like
Oh yeah, technically you'd have to come up with that lore yourself. Do you want me to tell you the lore of that? I know you're like the lore writer, not necessarily the lore keeper. Like you're only responsible for the lore you've written, right? Like not
so far.
That existed long before.
That's so funny,
dude.
bro.
The lore of Ava is like so deep because basically when I'm like a lo-fi artist where I have like, you know, like tons of people listening to my songs and stuff, and one of my video live streams for my lo-fi music has like a character, like a character studying in it. It's called, like, you can look it up on YouTube. It's Pop Culture Lo-Fi, and you should find it. And it actually doesn't have that many live viewers. It's got like
one watching,
probably like
me.
a max of like 10, but like it's just kind of like something that I keep going. Really, my popular one is the Star Wars Lo-Fi stream. But anyway, the Pop Culture Lo-Fi stream has like a custom character that we hired this cool animation studio to create, and they created the character design for Ava, who's supposed to be like a, you know, like a Closed on Sunday fan basically. And since we already had that character designed, when I went to go make Pow Vista, I just like used that same character design to like create basically the Pow Vista version of Ava. And I mean, that's not really like in-game lore, but that's just like the real life lore of like how Ava became a character in Pow Vista. But hopefully that helps. But let me just like real quick finish up what I was saying about the Guardians, who you can defeat after you have achieved level 100 in the skill. Basically, we just want like some reward for the people who've gone like all out and gotten to level 100.
Right.
And that's the idea behind that. Anyway.
Yeah.
First, that's a pretty sick lore for Ava. Definitely much cooler than anything I could have come up with. Especially since it relates back to your music stuff. And then I personally love the concept of the Guardians. I'm sure many others do as well. Blood, I will bring you up on stage after we finish this last question, so then you can give your suggestion or ask a question. Because I know you've been raring to go for the past 4 or 5 questions so far.
One more.
So for this question, how do you balance PvP combat?
So that's a good question. I think right now, when it comes to like balancing in terms of like between 2 players that are the same level, because obviously we don't really have any plan to balance PvP for like players that are low level versus high level in like strength, for example, unless like a player wants to like use an interesting strategy to like increase their max hit without increasing their combat level, basically. But like, let's just say like there's 2 maxed out players fighting each other. The way you balance that is like, you just try to make sure that each type has like trade-offs on what it's super effective on. You try to make it so that food isn't too high healing in relation to like what the max hit in the game is. We really haven't done a lot of active balancing. A lot of it has just been kind of like just imagining based on what scenarios might come up in the game. Just trying to get it right, like the first time you add it. We haven't really done any like nerfs or buffs to actual like strength amounts from skateboards or anything. We have added like those enchantment moves, which definitely like buffed up damage. But we're always listening to player feedback. Like for example, we were going to add the roast chicken, which we still want to add, but I was saying we should make it heal 30 health or something like that, because chickens are just like such a grind to I mean, I don't know if you would know about this, March, because I don't think you've hatched that many chickens, but yeah, chickens, like, they don't have a lot of use.
That's a joke.
And so we were thinking, like, let's make it like a super buffed like food, right, that like heals 30 HP in one like basically eating the chicken. But then one of our players, Revivified, was like, hey, that's gonna like basically make it impossible to kill someone in PvP, because the max hit of the game is like barely around that amount, and they can just out eat anything you do. So we're thinking about like having roast chickens heal a lot less, or first adding some way to do like double damage or some kind of thing that's like a KO amount of damage before we add food that can heal that high. So yeah, we're always open to feedback, by the way, if you have any specific ways that you think things should be rebalanced. Hello?
Looks like Steven's all alone now.
Oh no, I can't hear you guys. Okay, you guys hear me. March, are you muted, March?
I think.
You guys hear March?
No. March.
Check.
March has.
I can't hear March. Okay, maybe there's no more March. Okay, that's okay, guys. I can see you now. I can see your text messages. All right, I'm gonna call up my man Blood Bearer. But hold on, do I even have permission to do that? Hold on, guys.
Bro, he's the admin of the server and he can't F
I think we lost March.
Respect for March.
I think when I
F in chat, boys.
said that March hadn't hatched that many chickens, I think that made him disconnect. All right, Bloodbearer, you're on, bro. What's up, man? What's your question?
Hi, my question is about the skateboards. I just started playing this game like a couple of weeks ago. A friend of mine suggested play it, and I'm enjoying it. But some of the skateboards, I don't know if I don't know if it's a good skateboard to use or a bad skateboard to use, or like some of the skateboards, like I don't have a high enough level, and there's no overlay. Like in some games when you put your mouse over it or right click it, it tells you this boss, this is good against this boss, this is bad against this boss, this does this
Yeah.
damage. So I was just suggesting that. Other than
Great.
that, I'm playing the game.
Thank you. And just to let you know, there is a way to like, I mean, we definitely want to add what you're talking about, like hover over options, basically, that like you hover over your mouse, it tells you the strength of that skateboard.
Yeah.
Like that's a great idea. The workaround right now is like if you open up basically the Worn tab or the equipment tab on
Yes.
Pow Vista, and click on like the shield and the sword icon, you can like look at your current strength bonus, and as you like click on different skateboards, you can see that strength bonus, which you probably already know about that, but you're more asking like, how do I know if like what the strength is of like a skateboard I can't.
Oh no,
yes,
the
because
lag.
when I look online, I see a bunch of skateboards. Like, which one do I keep? Which one do I discard?
Keep all of them. Oh no. Oh no, Steven's now lagging out.
Someone's cutting out.
Oh no.
Oh, sorry.
The lag.
Anyway, did you kind of hear what I said?
Sorry, am I still there? Hello?
Yes. Could you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Sorry about that. If that was my end, my apologies.
Yeah, well, anyways, I was asking, you already know how to check the strength of the skateboards you can equip, right?
Yeah, I think so. I not exactly know. It's. I think I have to right click. I couldn't right click them, right? I was like, I'm looking online, and I like someone did send me a screenshot through the Discord about the different like characteristics of what each one does. But other than that, no.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate the suggestion, and I'll get you that info after this. I'll like send it over to you on how to check that in game. But basically, you click on like the Worn Inventory tab, and then click on the gear icon, which it's hard to kind of like describe with words alone. But like I'll just send you like a screenshot.
Keep all your.
But we definitely need to make this clear. So I appreciate your feedback, man. Thanks for checking out the game as well.
And your bank.
Thank you. It's a fun game.
Don't.
I'm enjoying it, and it's like I like how like you guys were talking about improving it and upgrading it, which I like about that too. And it's a neat concept. Like it's like I'm like, oh, this looks like Pokemon. It's fun to play. You're attacking, and you have to attack them by ramming into them.
It's fun.
Yeah, I'm so glad you enjoy it. I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
it.
Thank you.
Thanks. All right, so I wonder, did March make it back, or are we?
I just made it back.
All right, great. We got March back. Okay.
Yes, I am
Welcome
so
back.
sorry about that. Thank you. I'm so sorry about that. I had to like run off. I didn't have any time to give a warning. Just like, oh shoot, tried to get everything I needed to get done as fast as I could, and then I came back and told everyone
No
I'm so sorry. So
No problem.
Blood, I'm assuming that you got to ask your question, give your suggestions and everything.
Yeah, it was about the skateboard, about the overlay of the skateboard, and determining what skateboard I should use for like different combat situations for different bosses. Because I kill a boss and like it drops a skateboard, but I like, what is this, a good skateboard or a bad skateboard? Oh, the game's not letting me use it. I need to upgrade my character. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And so I was just like saying, when you right click it, it could say this boss, this is 2 + 2 - 2, like something simple like that.
Oh, it's something like what OSR says, where if you right click
Yeah.
it, you can see the difference, or hover
Yeah.
over it, whatever they have. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yes.
I'm assuming, of course,
Yeah.
Steven already answered your question. Like I literally got back
Yeah.
at the tail end of everything, so
Yeah, he said he was
Did
going
Mink
to send
get
me
a voice
something,
changer?
so, and I appreciate
Oh
it.
no, we're
And
watching.
other than that, the game's pretty fun. I like killing
Alright,
creatures
Devin.
on the skateboard.
So right now we're a part of this Pow Vista Q&A right now, Anonymous. So we're listening to this Pow Vista Q&A, and it's a special event, and we're actually needing to record this for Steven. So Anonymous, we're gonna just be listening in on this for now.
All right, Felicium, you are going to come up.
Hello.
Welcome in. You are muted right now.
Hello,
There you go.
hello. Yes.
Hello,
Hello.
hello.
I did submit a report, but then you can just ignore it since I'm gonna tell everything. But basically, thank you for making such an amazing game. I also came from Wade's video, by the way. But amazing game. Like I'm having so much fun. And the few feedback and questions I want to have. First of all, I want to begin with this because I have no clue how much people are working on this game, and like artists, developers. Is it only you, Steven? Is it more people?
Sure, yeah. First of all, thanks for all your kind words about the game. Really appreciate it. So yeah, for right now, it's just me and a lead developer who manages like the code, basically, side of things. And then we also have 2 artists that are kind of on a contract basis. So like they'll sometimes come. I mean, right now they're like we have like 1 artist working actively on the game, but we have another artist who, like, when he's available can help us as well. But yeah, we're a pretty lean team. So that's like, and then on top of that, we also have since the Wade video and all the new players have come in, we have kind of like called all hands on deck, and my brother, aka Tenoshi, who's actually here in this in the audience here,
That's right.
has been helping with map editing, and then on top of that, we just have like a lot of volunteers, like March, our lore writer, who's been designing some quests, and Swisher, who's been helping with these like volunteer UI designs that he's been giving us as like an amazing like gift to the game, basically. Yeah, we're still like a really small team, but we're trying to figure out how to get to where basically we have enough players to like be able to support the current team, and then beyond that we'll try to increase the team so that we can get more content out. But yeah, that's the size of the current team.
Really cool. Thank you. I kind of like to bounce back on this and ask, like, the one thing I really appreciate about the game is that the battle pass is actually really fair. Like, you can actually pay the battle pass by playing the game, which is really cool. Like, I cannot emphasize how cool this is. But at the same time, like, I would like to actually support the game. Like, is there any donation link or anything on which I could support the game? Because I don't know if there is on mobile, but on PC there isn't a store to buy like anything.
Oh, really?
So that's something I wanted to know, if I can support you guys in any way, except from buying POW coins, which I don't know what to do with except buying the POW pass right now.
Yeah. Well, like, first of all, I think, well, thank you so much for offering to support the game and stuff. Yeah, we have plans to get a Patreon out really soon. I think we also need to just make it clear in game, like, that there is like a shop where you can like buy character skins, because there is like a little shop where you can buy characters with the POW bucks. But at the same time, like, I totally understand how it's like, you know, maybe that's not an attractive enough thing for people to buy, and maybe we need to like come up with more things like emotes and other interesting things that we can sell for like in exchange for POW bucks. Because I really do, I agree with you that like I like having the POW pass being in its current form, where there is a way to just, you know, earn the POW bucks in game and pay for the pass that way. But yeah. So basically, to answer your question, yeah, we're going to work on getting a Patreon up for anyone who'd like to support the game, and hopefully we can even like add little perks or something for you know, supporters. So
That's
always
awesome.
open on it.
Nothing pay to win, of course.
Yeah, nothing pay to win for sure. Yeah, never going pay to win. I think I saw a question someone asked, like, will you ever go pay to win? I just wanted to make that clear. We're not ever going to make this game pay to win. That would ruin the whole point of making the game. So yeah, no.
And if I have a last minute one last feedback I would have, is like I just lost my train of thought. It's okay.
Don't worry. Well, let us know if if it comes down to you. But thanks so much for.
Yeah,
you
it's
can
all
DM me
okay.
anytime.
Thank you for listening, and thank you for making such an amazing game. You can throw me back in the audience. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right. We are running short on time, unfortunately, but I feel like we should at least get the last few questions and then, of course, bring you up to Noshi. So, we'll get through these questions real fast. They're from Neo Fargus. He would be here today if it wasn't like 11 p.m. for him. So his first question is, were you aware of the Waydot video ahead of time?
No.
Absolutely not. No, I was like so
not.
surprised. I did see like a little bump in players one day, and I'm like, whoa, like where are the players coming from? Because one of the things that was pretty crazy was right before the Waydot video came out, there was a day that Pow Vista literally had 0 players, and it was like,
Yeah.
for me, that was almost like reading the obituary of my own game, you know, because we've had a few like bumps.
Oh no.
Over these last months, like every time I post like a video on TikTok, it would bring in a few players here and there, and we'd have like little bumps. Sometimes we had like with one of my videos, there was like a point where like we had like 45 concurrent players like the day that video came out, which for us was like a lot. But then like it all died down every time we'd have a little bump, and it culminated with the day where we had 0 players, and then it was like the next day there was like a big bump of players, and I initially thought like there was like a bug in like the analytics software or something, because it's like our own analytics software, so it can sometimes have bugs. But anyway, I didn't know what video it was, and then I noticed I was like working on like Closed on Sunday music stuff, so I wasn't really focusing on Pow Vista at this time. I'd taken a little break, and someone said like I saw a YouTube video about the game, and I'm like, what YouTube video did you see about the game? So like I like look up like Pow Vista on YouTube and look for like where is it, but like there were no videos with like Pow Vista in the title, and it's because it was the title of the video was I explore dead games or something like that, which was very accurate of what Pow Vista was. But it's like I explore dead games with 0 players by Waydot, and this was the initial video that he made about Pow Vista where we got featured in that video, and he actually said he liked it and it was like a diamond in the rough basically that he'd been looking for during this entire series, which was like just incredible to hear. It was like so wild.
Heartwarming.
In fact,
brought tears to my eyes.
What's crazy is like I couldn't even like watch the video at first because I was just like
too scared,
so like cringing at the thought that it was going to be like negative towards Pow Vista.
Yeah.
Because like the title was like dead, you know, like dead. I explored dead games with 0 players, and I'm like, oh no, he's gonna like run into bugs or something and like say it's a horrible game. But I sent it to Phil, aka Tenoshi, who's here in the audience, and he said, and like I said, like check this out, but like I hadn't actually watched it myself yet, and he was just like, dude, that video was so crazy, it was so awesome. I'm like, what? And like so I watched it and I was just blown away. And then you know, he made the follow-up video, which was like even more positive about Pow Vista and really got the word out to people.
And exclusively about Pow Vista.
Anyway, that all to say, no, I didn't know about the Waydot video beforehand, but I'm just so happy he made it.
Yeah, I'm also very happy. It helped bring me back to the game as well. Seeing the influx of players, it's just like, oh, maybe it's time for me to come back.
Totally.
For Neo's second question, and this is funny enough, Neo's last question, what has been the biggest change since that video?
I think the biggest change has got to be like the fact that we pivoted away from PvP. I mean, it's such a simple change, but I think that was an important moment when we got a lot of feedback from new players where it was just unintuitive. I mean, even in the video, it's kind of like a sour point of the video when he discovers you can like ram into other people and like, you know, basically kill anybody and take their stuff, which, I mean, I always wanted that to be a positive and not like a negative. Like there's no point of having like PvP if it's going to be a negative. But for some reason, it never dawned on me to have like a separate PvP world for where you can have PvP on and then just turn PvP off in the main world.
Right.
It's a huge change, but like so many people have been positive about it. Even when we posted the update on Steam, of all places, there are like like the little forums on Steam. There's like a bunch of people saying thank you so much, like thank you for doing this.
Yes.
So yeah, when Waydot's video went out, there were a bunch of comments like if they take away forced PvP, then I'll play the game. So we took that feedback and we're like, okay, let's make it optional where you can join a world with PvP on if you want to do PvP, but if not, PvP will be off. And that's kind of what a standard person would expect anyway, is for like PvP to not be automatically on. So I think that was the biggest change. It was definitely a pretty simple change, but an important one.
Definitely an important one. I personally love to go in the PvP world, just mess around with other people, find anyone AFK, and if they're right for the taking, then claim my one kill.
Yeah, I really like
lot.
that too because one of the big bonuses of the new system is that anyone who's in the PvP world like chose to be there. So it's not like you're like ruining someone's day and like, you know,
Right.
without their like permission,
consent.
destroying their account basically.
Yeah, for sure. I know me personally, I'm gonna have a hardcore that runs through there, and it stays only in the PvP world. So
That's exciting.
Yeah, hopefully y'all can look forward to that. I'm not gonna leak the name because it's gonna be a great name for one. I am very excited for the name, but I also don't want anyone to hunt me down by keeping me on their friends list and keeping that tab open at all times.
Well, we'll have to add like a go invisible option to the friends list just for you.
Specifically for the hardcore.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And then Neo's suggestion on this is something that you've already mentioned multiple times is better inventory management, allowing you to sort and move bulk stacks into new
Dude,
tabs.
yes.
Yeah, we definitely need like click and drag functionality for the bank. That's a
Yes,
huge.
that'd be awesome.
That would be a huge one. So thank you, Neo, for that suggestion.
Yeah, for sure. And then Tanoshi, I know you were wanting to come up on stage. Jacob, next time we have a Q&A, I will hopefully remember to bring you up. Feel free to like DM me like during a Q&A, hey, I would like to come up. But Tanoshi, I'm going to pull you up real fast, so prepare yourself.
Awesome.
Right, there we go.
I was wondering if we could bring the conversation back for just a moment back to how players could support Pow Vista, because there's clearly like different ways players can support. Some players can support financially, other players can support by telling their friends and stuff like that. But Steven, what are the best ways for a player to support Pow Vista? Like, is it just straight up buying Pow Bucks, or is it going to be donating to the Patreon where maybe there's less of a cut, you know?
Yeah, I mean, for now, Pow Bucks purchases are the best way to support. Once the Patreon's up, Patreon is the best way to support if you like, you know, if you're just like giving out of the kindness of your heart. Also, just like, I mean, this sounds cliche, but like just telling your friends about Pow Vista is like and like helping them learn it and stuff and playing with them, like that's a huge way to support the game, just because it, you know, the more players Pow Vista has, the better it is for everyone. And yeah, I mean, lots of people too have like helped by reporting bugs and that kind of thing. So we really appreciate all forms of support here. And but yeah, to answer like your specific question, the best monetary way to support Pow Vista right now is to just like open up the app like with your mom's credit card attached and just like start buying unlimited stacks of Pow Bucks.
I love that.
Don't let Illuminati know. Don't let Illuminati know.
I think one of the coolest things about the Pow Vista community is that, I mean, it seems to me that every single person playing just wants the game to grow. They want more players inside the game. They want more features. And I think that makes people want to support the game in literally whatever facet whatever ability, you know, they have.
100%.
Yeah. Awesome. That's my question.
All right, cool. Well, March, you can go ahead and wrap it up. This has been great.
Yeah, for sure. And thank you for even having the idea of the Q&A. So with that, everyone, thank you so much for joining the Pow Vista Q&A today. We'll hopefully have one again soon. I'm not going to guarantee when. I'm not going to give a date.
Maybe next week?
Maybe next week. Who knows? I know I don't have work on Fridays other than today, so I'm available on Fridays. But with that, hopefully we'll see you all next week. If we do host one next week, Once a month is also a good one, Pirate. But yeah, take care, everyone. Thanks for joining in, and hopefully see you all again.
Great. See you soon.
I just realized I should have been I should have actually clicked record on I should have clicked record on OBS. Why did I not think to do that? I was just thinking, oh, we have the VOD, so that's fine. Why did I not? Why did I not click record on OBS? Oh, well, oops. I'll remember for next time. Oh, man. What were we trying to do here? We're trying to do some kind of thing where we can bring, like, the level down, I guess. Yeah, what did you guys think about that Q&A? I thought it was awesome. I thought it was pretty cool getting to hear from everybody. Also, just hearing, like, the actual, like, voices of these, like, players that I see floating around the world is pretty crazy. Like, we just got to hear many people, like, who are just in Pow Vista. We got to hear their real voice. Like, I don't know why that's so cool. Dude, well, that's awesome. Lots of great things planned for the future. And during that Q&A, I was able to get this working pretty well. One thing I think that we have to do is create the different versions of this. So I think what we want to do is create our three different tiles here. So copy and drag that down here, copy and drag that down here, and then this top one should be it shouldn't have any of the red, right? And then it should have a little more of the black up here. Is that right? I think it is. Maybe a little bit. Nah. I feel like that's fine. And at the bottom here, it should probably have a little bit of a darker version of this. Like that. Yeah, I think that works. And then you can have the same thing over here. Probably a darker version though. Probably just that, actually. Dun 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 dun. Dude, we are on the Pow Vista grind right now. What do we got to do here? Dun, 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 dun. Okay. So our problem is that we need this to actually come to the bottom right, right? Wait, why do I have this over here? Wait, what? Why do I have this floating over here? Actually, don't know why. But we should definitely... Oh, something just happened.
March on Twitch pressed follow, and now they can't leave.
And now they can't leave. Just popping in to say that you're the GOAT for streaming the Q&A. Thank you, March. March, you're amazing. You are the chicken lord. The chicken lord. Lord of the chickens. Dude, thank you so much for following, March. And, dude, thank you for hosting that Q&A. That was dope as hell, bro. That was super dope. Wait, so we want the lava on the bottom for over here. Oh, I'm getting some kind of call. I'm getting a call from the developer, the lead developer of Pow Vista. Hey, what's up, Steven?
Dude, I'm so sorry my voice quality was so bad for that for that Q&A.
Dude, it's weird because your voice quality is perfect right now over this phone call.
It's like Discord, like for some reason, when it's on my phone, it sounds horrible.
It's something about the voice processing that they have. It's weird.
Dude, and then when I had my mic all set up for the Q&A, and like I started, and like I'm watching the screen, and I say something, and then I see my face like light up with words, basically talking, like like 2 seconds later.
Yeah.
So it's like a huge latency was happening, and like I thought I had tested it, like I thought it was good to go, but absolutely got wrecked.
Dude, that's one of those times where you're like, dang, dude. Dad has a point when he prepares for the end of the world, like preparing for an asteroid to hit the house. Like he has so many backups, so many like. It's sort of like in rock climbing where you have like 3 different things. Like you're supposed to be as redundant as possible so that nothing can go wrong. And it's like, bro, that's crazy. That's crazy that the worst possible thing basically happened where it sounded like you had an RC20 vinyl crackle tethered following your voice, bro. It was so bad.
Dude, I'm so sorry. I'm so
but
sorry.
It worked out. Whatever mic you used in the end worked out. It worked out.
Okay, so it was okay when like
yes.
was it, like
yeah.
At least legible, like, or hearable.
Yes, dude. Dave Ramsey would have been proud, bro.
And you... I know exactly what you're referring to. That's hilarious. But what about did you actually record it?
Unfortunately, bro, I streamed the whole thing, so all I have to do is download, or you can download the YouTube or Twitch VOD.
Sure.
But I wish if I could have gone back in time. When you asked me to start recording it, I wish I just clicked the actual record button on OBS, but I did not. So
no, the stream's fine, but like I can just use. I have your permission to like use your stream and stuff.
100%. And by the way, you're live on stream right now, right?
Oh, I did not know that.
My bad, bro. My bad. I should have said that initially. I thought you knew. Yeah. Oh yeah. This is just a stream. That's like we're just working on Pow Vista, and then when 3 o'clock came around, we hopped in in the Q&A.
Sick. Okay, that's awesome, dude. So wait, can they hear my voice?
Yes.
Okay.
My bad. I'm gonna be more vigilant about that in the future.
No, it's okay. Whenever I'm calling you, I know there's a chance, dude. Like there's a high chance that I'm already on stream.
There's a guard up.
So yeah. Dude, so what are you working on right now? Are you working
Dude, I'm working on this. I'm working on creating all the different tiles on this fire guardian. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it looks so sick, bro. Just hop on stream and look at this. I mean, once I get the pillars the same vibe color and like the stairs on the tile set, it's gonna look so sick. It's gonna look awesome.
I'm so happy.
And the soul sand, or what'd you call it? Dark sand?
Oh yeah, I did call it dark sand, but soul sand sounds even sicker.
I don't know if like Minecraft has that copyrighted or not, but
ooh, that looks cool, dude. That looks really cool.
Doesn't it look so sick? The vibe is impeccable.
Wow, that is looking great. I actually kind of like the contrast of the stairs and the pillars, but maybe you have another idea to like darken those.
We just got to add a little bit of red to that color at least. But I have a feeling that there's a way to do it where we can have the obsidian, that obsidian look. I think it'll look great.
I think it's going to be great. Awesome. Gosh, that sand looks really good in the front too.
I know.
Yeah, remember the wise words of the saving transition tiles for another day.
Yes.
That's awesome. Well, dude, have fun doing that, and let me know if you have any questions as you're working on that stuff.
Thank you so much, bro. Love you so much.
Cool. Love you too, man. See you, Phil.
Peace out. Dude, W. Steven. So he's saying, I think what he hinted at is that it's maybe not the smartest thing for us to build out the whole tile set yet, but I think I'm just in a flow state right now where I want to be working on these tiles, because that's just where my head is at right now. Now it goes right here, it goes water, and then it goes to the grass. And I guess I'm just going to keep that same thing going. And we'd want to have this. I'm going to turn up the music just a little bit. I think we want to have this over here. And this would have the lava on this one here. Let's go ahead and grab this guy. Like, what part of this is going to be water? Dun, 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 dun. Oops. What's going on here? What's this funny business right here? I'm trying to alt-click. Okay, there we go. So that's what the lava should be right there. And the lava, what color is the lava? This is only if we want the lava, but, or the nacho cheese, as Meme Kid would call it. Oh, is there, let's see, is that a brighter color? For some reason, I think the edges would be darker. But you know what? The more I look at it, I think the edges are lighter, and then the inside's barely darker, like that. Oops. Oh no. Control Z. Okay. There we go. Alright. So then we have lava. But then we need lava with the... Okay, so all of these need to be the ones where the top is gone. So we just need to basically Control V this down here, and then down here. Oh, and we can also Control V these guys too. Okay. Control V this, Control V that. Oops, did something bad there. Then we can duplicate this down and duplicate this down. And then do we also need the bottom? No, the bottom's gonna be lava on all these. All right, where do we have water examples? You know what? Should we be using... Oh my goodness, we should just be using this as an example. Yeah. Okay. And then is there a corner tile? There it is. Alright, so we just gotta bring that stuff where is it? The hell? Okay, we gotta click that, bring it over here. Gotta bring it over here. Then we gotta Control E that. Perfect. And then this can come over here. And then this can come over here. Perfect. And then this little blop can come right over here. Okay. So we have the normal, we have the snow. Okay, and then now we need the ground on the bottom, which we already have, I believe. Right? Do we need more than that? I don't actually know if we need more than that. But I think we can get away with doing that. Not sure. And what would we do on the bottom of the corner here? What would we do? feel like we'd do something like this. But I don't know. I mean, what have they done in the past? Something like that? Oh my gosh. That's like a lot. I mean, look at that. Wait, is that ice or is that... No, that's definitely ice right there. And this is the snowpack. But that might look different than other stuff. Well, this is sand. So that certainly looks a little different. Let's go ahead and take this stuff here. Okay. Cancel. Got to alt drag. Then we got to drag this all the way down here. Okay. Perfect. And then we need the corners. I don't know why I don't just do this. Why don't I just do this? See, this is why it's so important to have it all organized beautifully. Is that you want to be able to just click and drag a lot of this stuff. Oopsie daisy. Just like this. Oh my goodness. Okay. Alt, click, drag that down here. And then where are we trying to go to? Wait, what? Is that right? Apparently that other thing was too high. Okay. I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe it should be a little higher, like this. But the colors we want to use for the ground here. Wait a minute, what's going on over here? That's the bottom. I'm a little confused. Then we want some kind of brighter color. This. Is that a little too vibrant? I guess we're gonna be able to see it. Yeah. Confused why I have this bottom one like that. Because I think we want that on all the bottom ones. I think we can just do this right here. Is that too bright? Does that feel like it ruins everything? Wait, do I want the top of that being... Oh, that's right. Yeah. So that's the top right there. Okay. I guess we're gonna see if it sucks or not. Okay, and then we're gonna have basically these versions, but with this on top. Is that all we want on top? We'll see, we'll see. Then we can do this. Oops. Did something wrong there. Oh, something went wrong. Oh no. Oh no, what has happened here? Somehow got shrunk. I think we gotta bring these over here. Redo that. Okay. That looks better. Okay, so it's a little too high, basically, for some reason. It's got destroyed. The hell? All right, let's have we just have to redo these two. Where the top is red, basically. Okay, just like that. I don't know if is that the same texture that other, yeah. It's the same one. For this, that's the brighter color, and we could always edit this in the future, but right now that looks pretty dope to me. That looks pretty freaking dope. And then we just need to copy that over to the right. I freaking love this song so much. Oops. Okay. Okay. We just need to get the tops of these. Perfect. Awesome. I think we have the majority of everything. We basically just need to clean these up now, because these are at a point where we can basically just make them look a little better. But yeah, is that... No, the one thing that's messing me up is that I think we have to... Oops. I think we want this taken from it as well. The helmet. The helmet. And then we want to have the darker color be this. Oops. We want the darker color being this, and then we want the lighter color being this. We could always add more texturing after, but yeah, that looks dope. Looks pretty dope. Pretty dope. Is that all of it? Yeah, that's all of it. Sweet. Okay, zooming out, I mean, it looks pretty solid. Let's, I guess the way we test it out is we just gotta do some tile stuff, but let's of course wait till later to do the transition tiles and stuff like that. But I'm thinking, why don't we have like a lava bridge here? All right, what's the reference that Steven gave me again? I have to really be diligent about following this. So how I interpret this is that it's almost like this part is lower and then these sides are higher. Sort of like the armchair design. Which means all of this would actually go up instead of down. So let's go ahead and do that. Dun, 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 dun. You know, and probably the way it would work is that this is where it would start coming out, to be completely honest. Yeah, because this would probably be one of these guys over here. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, I'm thinking we could still add in lava pools if we want. And the question is, maybe Steven does want like a little bit. Like, what if we had... What if we had it kind of zigzag around? That's kind of a cool idea. I kind of like that idea. Let's try to do the same thing we did before with creating one side and then just literally copy pasting it, mirroring it on the other side. Because that saves us a lot of time. Saves us a lot of time. A lot of our most valuable asset in the world. The one commodity that we don't know how much of it we have left. And we can never add to it. Unless you live healthy, I guess. But even if you live healthy, you could still get ran over by a car. Or get diagnosed with cancer, dude. There's so many people out there who live perfectly healthy lives, and they get diagnosed with cancer. March says, seeing lots of stuff that I could be used for the lore of removed. That's so sick, dude. Hell yeah. Dude, I'm seeing ways I can improve the tile map now. Ooh. Okay, I don't want to get too bogged down with details, but there's definitely something about this corner that could be fixed, which is raising up this a little bit more. Because it looks really bad from... Wow, why does it look like that? Oh, gosh. Looks like there's a line going through. How's it look like that? It just looks like a straight line. But honestly, it doesn't look too bad. But it looks pretty bad in my opinion. But I'm just going to have to fix that later. Can't get bogged down with those small details. Those small details. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see here. Yeah, it's the way that it's the way the tile set is interacting. Well, yeah, exactly, bro. Yeah, I'm thinking we could have like a pool of lava around would look sick. But maybe I'm overdoing it when instead we could... Because... Okay, I'm thinking... Let's simplify this, actually. Let's simplify it. The pool of lava could just be a small corner. How would I want to make this work here? Da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Basically need to delete this stuff. Huh. I'm thinking... Yeah, a pool of lava there. There's just not enough space. Unless I can bend the room around a little bit. But I don't want to make it overly complicated for no reason. Honestly, we could just retroactively add... Oh, man, a pool of lava. It's screaming at me, begging me to make a pool of lava right now. That's what I'm hearing. That's what the map is telling me here. Maybe I could just have a square of lava. Yeah. Wait, what the? There we go. I put it in there perfectly. All right. Sweet. Should I bring it back one? Da-na-na-na-na. You know what? I think maybe we have a rectangle instead. Rectangles are fun too. But what goes right here? We could just temporarily... Boom. Nah, that shape is part of why it's cool. I mean, look at that. That shape is part of why it's cool. But we gotta have the walls coming up. It looks like it... You know what? You know what I think it is? I think we're just supposed to have it be going up like this. Like, I think it's supposed to be going up like that. Yeah. Let's see, do I have a point I can use here? Dun 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 dun. maybe something like this. You know what? That's a kind of a cool design. That's kind of cool. Oh no. Why am I stuck on the Z-axis? Give me the X-axis. There we go. Okay. Beautiful. Then that can be like a little lava pool. Okay. I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. You know what? I think we should do the same thing as before, which is we basically get rid of all this stuff. Okay. Let's take some nacho cheese from this giant bowl here. Okay, beautiful. So we can have some nacho cheese there, some nacho cheese there. I mean, that's pretty cool. Like little buckets. And then we can have the armchair design where it's coming down. Okay. Yeah, armchair design. Wait a minute. Why is there 3 over there, but... Okay, something's off. Oh, no. Wait, there's 4 on this side and 4 on that side. But then there's 5 on this side and 5 on this side. What? Bro, what have I done? Wait, I'm so confused, actually. Wait, 5 and 4. Wait, what? My brain is breaking right now. Is this just not in the middle? It's got 5 and it's got 5. It's a straight line down here, and it's... Is it the stairs? Is it just the stairs? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. 4th stair on the bottom. Is that the 4 width? Is that what's causing it? Oh yeah, okay. So now... Okay, now it's better. Is it though? Is it though? Okay, these pillars are not... Are these pillars perfect? Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. But, bro, this is coming along so well. Hey, but what do you think, Steven? Do you think it's a bad idea to have lava in this arena? Should I just, like, not have lava here? Maybe it does look weird. You have a 3, okay. Let's finish this half over here. What the hell's going on over here? What the hell? Thinking... We could have some sort of pool happening over here. Now, is this what we want right here? Yeah, that leaves room for a pool of lava. Do I have any points facing that way? Yeah. Boom. Could have a pool there. But what I think would be really cool... nice if we had this turn around. And we gotta keep in mind like players' perspective. So we only want it coming up a height of 1 maybe. Then point over here. Like this. We can definitely keep this comment over here. And we might be able to make this work with the main wall. You know what? Maybe we want a straight up like... Oh, that's what that is. Wait, no, that's the sand. How do we get a tile that is just ground, just mountain? How have we done it in the past? It's like its own little thing. Okay, I think I could do this. I mean, how many things do we even need here? Wait, was that the dark or... Okay, let's do the dark first. Wait, where did I copy it? Right here. Okay, dark would be this guy. And then we want to do a lighter. That can be that. Then we could just do a little bit lighter, a little bit lighter, a little bit lighter, a little bit lighter. Perfect. That looks pretty dope to me. Oh, Steven's calling. Steven's calling. Hey, what's up, Steven?
Hey, Phil. I just discovered the other day a way to do what you're doing right now a lot easier, and I was wondering if you wanted me to share with you.
Dude, sure.
But at the same time, if you just want to do it how you're doing it, no pressure. But I just wanted to like share with you if you wanted to know it. Do you want to do it?
Dude, let's do it.
All right, dude. So here's this amazing thing. Okay, so this first step would be to go back to the brown version of the clip that you had. Or,
yeah.
Go back to Photoshop and basically make it brown again.
Well, how about I copy a new one?
Honestly, it's already looking really good. I think you've already got it taken
Do you think it's worth it to learn this new way? I mean, it's definitely not perfect. I would rather it be rotated, honestly.
Yeah. Oh,
wait.
Okay, yeah.
It looks just like a camo. It looks like a Call of Duty like camo skin. I mean, I feel like I know how I would fix it though.
Yeah. Here,
Is it worth it? This new thing? It sounds like you really like it.
Yeah, let me show you. Okay, so dude, just copy one of the other clips that are nearby, like the green one, or the gray one, or that brown one up there. Any of them.
Yeah.
In Photoshop, and then put it over the one that you're working on.
Okay.
And then basically keep it selected like that, and go to adjustments. So go to window adjustments.
Window adjustments. Okay.
Okay, now when you're in adjustments, go to hue saturation.
Hue saturation.
And then take the saturation down to probably 0 for right now. And then okay, here's the best part. Okay, so now do a control click on the don't mess with the lightness, at least for right now. And do a control click on like the black layer that you have above the main layer. And that way you have to like click on like the actual square, not like that black square.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now go back to adjustments and go to the curves.
Okay.
And so when you're on curves, you can actually see those spikes on the graph are like all the colors that are used in this selection that you have.
Yeah.
You basically change the curve to have the colors that you want.
The colors that I want. Okay.
So watch what happens when you like make the curves like sharper.
Okay.
Like,
Whoa. That's reminding me of Operator.
Whoa, I didn't even know how to do that. Okay, the point is, when you draw on that graph, you're able to control the colors, because one of the problems with using hue saturation is that it kind of gets all washed out, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Where like the colors are too close to each other. But here on this graph, wow, I've never drawn with it, so that's cool. But there's another way to do it where you,
Oh, you just want me to like you're talking about like this?
if you, oh yeah, you can do that too, okay. It usually would just be one like straight line, but honestly, this is cool too. You can tweak them just like that. Anyway, I just want to show that with you, because when I saw it, I was like, I wish I knew this existed.
Well,
And basically the main use is for when you have the two colors, you don't have all the in-between colors. What you do is you kind of like wash out the
wow. Lots of ideas, bro. Candyland, bro.
Candyland biome. Yeah. But anyway, okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So how do we get this actually looking good?
Okay, so here's
How do I know where red is?
So I would delete this curves layer and do a new one.
Yeah.
I would get the cliff tile that you're matching it to next to it.
Oops. I'm affecting the entire freaking thing here.
Entire map will be darkness will be cast over the land. Alright. What we need is a new, like, we need you to like copy the cliff that this is gonna be next to and have it right next to it so it can see.
Okay. All right. How about I do this? Oh my gosh, what is going on?
By the way, are you matching the top of it having like lava cracks in it, or are you just matching like dark black?
I don't know what I'm imagining yet, bro.
Okay. For now, let's just go with like a obsidian style thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So what you want to do is color pick that gray color.
Color what? Color what?
Like the eyedropper.
Okay.
Color pick that gray color on the cliff.
Yeah.
And then once you have that color, make a new layer.
Okay.
You're balancing me on a mic stand. It's crazy.
Yeah, don't talk too loud, otherwise it'll fall.
You got that color pick, right?
All right, so I got the color picked. Okay.
Okay. Now you're gonna make a new layer and put it at like 50% opacity on that thing.
Okay.
You know what? I'm sorry. No, we want to go back into the hue saturation thing. Is that thing still activated?
The hue saturation is activated. Yeah.
And does it just have no settings active, or?
I can change it however you want. You want just 0?
Basically, match those colors to the cliff as best as you can. So, I don't know if that's technically 0. In fact, I can tell you it's probably like 5%, and then just hued to be like bluish, and then bring it down. And you see how it's like washing out? That's okay. You don't have to worry about it washing out. Just kind of match that dark gray color, or the
dark black.
Not the black color, but like the dark gray color. Like just match that gray color. Okay, do you see how it's like almost completely washed out? You don't have to worry because that's where the curves are going to come in. So get it to a close eye match, and it can be even just a tad lighter because it's going to be up on top of the cliff.
Yeah. Okay.
And
That's a tad darker, but
make that hue work a little bit, because the hue right now, it's hard to see because the saturation is so low, but maybe turn up the saturation just so you can see what color you're like picking right now, because
we want to choose the red.
It's got to be, I think it's got to be like a bluish color, and the reason is it like contrasts with the lava basically. So make it, that was perfect where it was at that bluish color. And
Yeah.
then you're gonna tweak down the saturation to be almost nothing after you got that bluish color. That
Yeah.
kind of like tealish bluish color. And that looks great. So now do another control click on the.
But
map.
now it's like not the same gray at all.
It's okay. It looks good to me. I mean, you can tweak it after.
Got
You
it.
can change it after, but I think it'll look good. Okay, so now control click on the hue saturation mask. Oh, you already got it. Okay. Now we open up a levels modifier, so a levels adjustment layer. So you can go to window and then go to adjustments.
And now what?
Go to the adjustments tab. Yeah, and then press curves.
Okay.
And this time, don't draw on the curve map. Instead, do you see how drag the top vertex along the top? Yeah. Along the top to where it's like closing in on the values that are presented. Oh man, I hope you're feeling better, man.
Thank you, bro.
God's getting sick.
Wait, so what do you want me to do?
No, okay, so basically, yeah. You're moving in the right direction. Okay. You need to close in those two vertexes on the graph.
Oh, you just want me to close them in?
Yeah, close them in, and then move them down if they're too bright, basically. So close them in. You gotta, you gotta push it up and down until you've got the right contrast. Do you kind of understand what those are doing, or do you want me to tell you exactly what it looks like?
You know what? I just realized I think this would be better if I relieve myself because my bladder is about to implode, and or explode, and I think I'm doing us both a disservice by being distracted by that. So I'm gonna be right back, but you can talk to stream. I'll be right back.
No problem. Okay, go ahead. All right, chat. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna screenshot his graph, and then I'm gonna make my own adjustments. DM him what the ideal I think would be, and then we're gonna have a place to go with that. Okay. Man, my computer's running so slow. I need a new computer, chat. Make sure you donate to Tenoshi, and I'll just tell him to spend the money on getting me a new computer. Because holy moly, this is slow. Okay. Today, in Pow Vista, someone named Mod Ash bought 1,000 cowbooks, and when I saw that, I was absolutely surprised because I thought perhaps it's the real life Mod Ash who just bought cowbooks, which would obviously be crazy. And so I took a screenshot of the notification I got and sent it to my brother. Tim, and he freaked out, but I think we both know that it's not really the real Mod Ash. It's just a cosplayer. But
All right, Steven, I'm just grabbing an energy drink.
take your time, my friend.
All right, I'm here. Okay. So I gotta admit, I feel a lot better now, but in the moment there for a second, I was like, what the hell? We were already 99% done the other way.
Yeah. Exactly.
But
this is more just a tool to like be able to. Once you understand this tool,
I'll be able to probably change entire tile.
Yeah.
Like how we have a Tory Village
Yeah.
or yeah.
totally. It's all about. So what you're doing
Mass
is you're
editing.
controlling the range. Like think of it like as velocity range and
Yeah.
in line where you want to control what is the lowest note played, the lowest velocity note played, and what is the highest velocity note played.
Exactly.
If you look in I sent you a DM that has a diagram on where you should put the vertexes right now.
Oh, okay.
And so that, because basically, and then I labeled the second one, right? Where you see the highest color brightness, you can think of that like what you've done by inverting the curve is you've literally inverted the colors of it, right?
Okay.
Because you basically, like, you know how velocity range works in Ableton, right?
Yes.
Imagine if I said the lowest velocity note you can play is 127, but the highest velocity note you can play is 0 velocity. That would be like inverted, right? Yeah, okay, so do you see how, like, that still looks maybe a little too bright? Does that look bright to you, or yes or no?
Looks a bit too bluish.
Okay, so we don't have to worry about bluish right now.
Okay.
We can fix that later.
Looks a little too bright, yeah.
Focus on the brightness, like the value brightness. All you have to do is shift the whole curve down. So, like, shift the lowest value down and the highest value just a little bit down. And you can
How do you shift the whole thing down? Do you have to shift click?
Oh,
That's how.
One at a time.
No, you could just shift click them.
Oh, wow. So you can do that too, yeah. And do you know how to, like, increase the contrast versus lower the contrast? Like a smaller range means lower contrast. A bigger range means higher contrast. Does that kind of make sense? I don't know.
A bigger range means lower contrast?
No, a bigger range means higher contrast.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah.
Because you're saying the brightest color can be all the way up here. The lowest color can be all the way down here. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if
Low
you
contrast,
think
high
it looks too
contrast.
dark right now, then you would like make you see how like, you don't want to like bring it to the left or to the right. You just want to bring it up and down, basically.
Is there a way for me to only do that, or?
Because when you start going left and right, you start cutting off the color values and changing. You start compressing the color values down to only certain color values. But if you go too much to the right, now you're like, you're just having less fine-tuned control. So you really want to. You see on the graph how there's that like spattering of data right there? That's the range that you want to balance. That spattering of data.
Yeah. Okay.
And already it's looking great. I think the low value is too low. That's just my personal opinion. What I would do is bump the low value up a little bit, and then I would take the high value down a little bit.
How do I freaking? Okay.
I mean, that right there, Phil, looks incredible.
All right.
If you think it looks too blue, what I would do is first try it in the game and then see if it still looks too blue. And then if it still looks blue, I would just bump the saturation down on that saturation channel.
Okay. Looks pretty. Looks pretty blue.
Wait. It does look. But hold on. Zoom out a little bit and have a few of those tiles going and take a look.
It looks like. It looks like it's a sideways tile that should. It looks like this should be a wall. Looks like a sick wall with like stones. But yeah, looks pretty bad.
Top of the cliff tile. Okay, I agree that I think the range has to just the colors do need to be less blue, like you said. But and I think the other thing is that just the range needs to be slightly compressed because I think there's too much contrast, basically.
Yeah.
Compared to the other clip tiles. But other than that, like now you at least have that tool with the curves. I just thought that was worth sharing. But yeah, sorry if it wasn't as helpful as I hoped.
I think how can I just make it more? How can I just make it look like the other one? I think one of the problems might be that it's too detailed of a thing. Maybe I have to turn down the saturation all the way.
Yeah, you
I mean,
try that.
and I can still just like I can just still Control E all this and like just actually use the colors, right?
You totally can, yeah.
But I guess it should be a little bit brighter. Yeah. It's definitely a pretty cool oh, that's kind of cool. Kind of a whole new design now.
I like that. Yeah, feel free to experiment.
It's a little, yeah. I mean, does the other cliffs also look like bad? I guess the other cliffs also look just as bad.
I mean, you
they have
can
the
say
same.
bad.
No, but
as a subscriber, but I think it looks good.
these look good. These look good right here. But I think, yeah.
I think part of it too is just like getting. I mean, dude.
Getting used to it.
Like I don't know why you think it looks bad. I think it might be a fixation thing where like if you just look away and come back and it's like finished.
Yeah.
Like your box looks up, possible. But
it's definitely there's too much bright colors in it. I think one of the things is that I don't have as much color diversity inside of the wall tiles. There's only 3 colors, possibly 4, that make up the wall tiles, and there seems to be like 8 or 9 different colors that are making this up.
Yeah, but that's how it is with the other clips too. But like the other clips have a similar thing, but there also is the element of the transition. So like the transition into the cliff.
Yeah.
Got a little lost because so like I can show you how to add that back in, or you can just keep it. Like
I think it's a good place for now. I think this is a good place for now. Yeah, awesome, bro. Dude, I'm loving the vibe. It's a very Nether-esque vibe.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's like a high tier content.
Right.
When you walk into here.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's a dangerous. It's like it's gonna be like difficult. I want to just add an NPC that can like hit for like 100 damage.
Yes, dude. Yeah, yes. I want an NPC where you have to be focusing.
One of the quirks of the Fire Guardians is that they just deal 100 damage every time they hit you.
100 damage?
Yeah, so you'd have to have Nolly protection in order to not die in one hit.
And does it hit through the Nolly protection?
I guess no. Right now, no. But if we could add a feature where we can make it so that it does hit through prayer, or hits through Nolly protection, I should say. Yeah, what do you think?
I think the idea of having the Elden Ring type of, was it Control N? Wait, how do you do that thing where you flip? Is it just press in? Wait, Shift? No. Alt in? How do you get to flip? Oh yeah, Alt in. Okay, there it is.
Oh, is that flip normals?
Yeah, it like flips the tiles so that you can do the mirror mode.
By the way, one downside of doing that, and this is not in any way to say you shouldn't do it.
What
but
the
one
hell?
downside is that it would flip the tiles as well.
Yeah. Wait, what happened?
They'll flip the orientation of each tile.
That's fine. Oh crap. Oh gosh. Okay. Alt in, flip. Okay, we're good. Dude, the Elden Ring type boss moves where you have to skate out of it, that's what I just want a hit that like basically kills you, bro.
Completely.
Yeah, I guess that's what you're talking about is the 100 hit.
Yeah, but the telegraph moves where there's a danger zone that you have to get the hell out of before the time runs, before the move goes off. That's 100%. That's what we need in Pow Vista. We need those boss mechanics that are like that. We also need to take advantage of tile-based things, and maybe like a boss that spawns ice on the floor that you have to slide around.
Dude, yes.
Other things like or lava that's coming down from the ceiling, and you have to move out of the way.
Yeah, very memorable experiences for players.
Totally. Because the boring this boss is just a stronger NPC.
Yeah.
That's not gonna work long term. That's not fun. I mean, it's okay. It's getting us by for now, but we can't live like this forever.
Right.
All right, man. Looking great. Keep up the great work.
Awesome. Thanks, bro. Wait, do you hate these lava pools? Should I just get rid of these lava pools? Because they do not look like the reference.
I do not like them in the current form, but it's okay. We can make it better.
Yeah.
I mean, those would look okay just with as clips as well.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, you could also restructure to like if you wanted lava there, you could like restructure it as like a pond, like a bridge that goes over it or something.
Oh right, yeah, because the lava's not even dipped down. And I did that same issue over here. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
But so something like this though.
Something down ones look perfect. You could just make a river that goes all the way around, or whatever you wanted.
Yeah.
But you could also just like make lava river up elevated on the cliffs, and then just make like
Yeah.
a ledge barrier to make it sunk in.
Right. How do you get to this area, by the way? Do you know yet?
I don't know yet, but I think
It's all right.
having some kind of like, I mean, the most basic form would be like some kind of like, you know, fire guild.
Yeah.
You unlock at a certain level. So like, maybe
There's a
you have
dungeon
what
behind.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Inside there's a dungeon with like a little mini guardian that's like, hey, you come in here, you level 100, and then yeah. That's the idea.
Dude, that's so sick, bro. If Pow Vista had like unlimited funds, how many skills would there be?
Dude, I think there'd be kind of basically so many that I think the limiting factor is just like the complication of the game, right?
Yeah.
I think right now we're not dealing with that as a limiting factor, with like the complication of the game being a limiting factor.
Yeah.
So I think the point you're basically asking like, at what point are there too many skills where it becomes too complicated to understand? I think Pokemon is basically has already passed that point.
Really?
How many elements are in Pokemon? Like 30?
No. I'll ask right now.
I got it. How many elements are in Pokemon? Okay, there's only 18.
Yeah.
And so we're already at 11 in Pow Vista.
Yeah.
And I think when you go past 18, it starts to become like, maybe instead of more skills, maybe we need more like just depth to each skill, or like,
Yeah.
There's so many things to do in this game. Like, I was just thinking about how one way to do like to make skilling more fun is you have a 1 in 100 chance every time you gather any resource.
Yeah.
For that resource to be shiny. But listen, there's a reason it's shiny, and it's not just like, oh, I have a shiny tentacle. Imagine you fish out a gold tentacle, right? And you're like a new player, you're like, what is this? So you cook it, eat it. Suddenly you have a tentacle box, and you eat the shiny tentacle. When you open the tentacle box, you can get a tentacle hoodie.
Dude, yes.
Or you can get a tentacle skateboard, or you can get there's a rare chance that you get a shiny tentacle hoodie.
Yeah.
Or shiny tentacle skateboard. The point is, like, you can like basically there's the law of exponential return is like applies to all the mechanics of Pow Vista. You can have unlimited things in this game without it becoming too complicated, as long as you choose the right things to work on. And like one example too is like how Pokemon does a lot of like, you know, like combined types. They do
Dude, combined types is gonna be sick, dude. Imagine like you can have like pals that are like electric plus, you know, steel, and they're like a, you know, the scientist maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, it's
maybe
like a Magnemite basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and think about this. I mean, if you want to think about how, if we could just ask AI to make like everything for Pow Vista, what would we do? I think having a fusion for every single pal, like it would be so much work. But
A fusion where you breed two pals and you get an in-between incest,
so,
like freaking.
a goblin zombie, and that's good.
Dude, a goblin zombie would be sick. And you can only breed to get them.
Well, you can do breeding. You can do like a fusion machine.
Yeah.
You can do both. You can have the fusion look different than the breeding form. You can have the breeding form come out looking like it has like less chromosomes. You can do it looking like an experiment went wrong. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
something like that. You can like, but think about like how exponential that is in terms of like the amount of content you have to make. Because dude, like you have to have, it's literally the square of the number of NPCs. So like we have like some on like.
Wait, it's literally the square because you multiply. Is that how it works out? Wow.
So right now we never added another NPC to Pow Vista, and we wanted to add fusions for every combination.
Yeah.
Like 35 squared is 1225.
Wow.
It's not completely that. Like you have to subtract somehow because like a chicken mixed with a goblin is the same as a goblin mixed with a chicken. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it might be half of that. I'm not sure, but let's say it's like 600 combination. Like, dude, what if we had to make 600 NPCs just to have support a fusion feature? But like everyone would love that fusion feature. Like people would freak out. We would be so happy. Like I want to be
Yeah.
these two things together.
Exactly.
And then imagine this, dude. Take it another step. Imagine if you fuse a goblin chicken with a zombie skeleton. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
And then now it has like an ancestry of like 4 different ones, and now you have to square. Let's say it's 500 combinations by 500. Now you have 250,000 combinations.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So, just I say that to say that like if I was finding a place to like add more content, I probably wouldn't keep adding skills after we get to like 20 skills. But what do you think?
I think 20 skills is a great maximum. I would just use whatever OSRS in 2007 had. Like how many? Because when I think of skills, Steven, I don't think of the type differences like Pokemon. That's not what I think about, honestly. What I always think about is I think of them like the OSRS skills, where it's like, wow, I wish there was a sailing skill, which I think they released.
What if we have skills that aren't elemental types?
Right. I feel like that would be a big change. That would kind of feel weird.
Well, we have a
Oh,
skill
well, why can't there? Well, that's how there could be the dual types. Is that there's basically a complementary type. I mean, that's what it is, a complementary type, like a vocational calling skill, like construction.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. I think right now it's kind of clear that, like, for example, skate. There's no like skate type hoodie. You know what I mean?
Right.
But skate is a skill.
Yeah. And same thing with health.
Hit points type. Yeah. But hit points are a skill. I think we can get away with a build skill not having a build type.
True. Okay, you just proved me 100%, bro. You're 100% right about that, dude.
But I think we can also get away with making a hit points type hoodie.
A hit points type hoodie.
Yeah, I think we could make a hit points type or like a skate type hoodie.
Yeah, dude. Also, I think we need a shield type, bro. I think we need like a.
I agree.
Don't know if we
People
need
are
it, but
against it, but I'm for it.
yeah.
Because I think it's the player choice.
Right,
so,
like, have you ever seen? I mean, a great question is like, have you ever seen like a skater who has defense? Like, not really.
Yeah, but that's what can kind of make Pow Vista look unique, you know? And like,
Right.
I love the idea of, like having full metal armor on and like skating around.
Dude, that is honestly, yeah.
Like, I almost imagine like Minecraft style armor.
Yes, bro.
Being worn. Or it could be like knights. It could look like that. But I imagine like something bulkier. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't want to. Anyway. Sorry, I'm getting off tangent. But anyway, I gotta get going. But dude, it's been great talking to you.
Dude, hell yeah. Peace out, bro.
Thanks. See you, folks.
Bye. Dude, Steven has so many great ideas. I'm stoked for all of these to get into the game, dude. We literally just need funding. We need to get that Patreon working because I think a lot of people for some reason don't, they'd literally rather support the game via like Patreon rather than buying Powbucks or something like that. But the great thing about buying Powbucks on Steam is that it actually helps Pow Vista get ranked higher. Wait a minute. How do I know this is right? Move it up. Oh, you know what? I need to rotate this upside down. That's what I need to do. Wait, do I need to rotate that upside down? Rotate. Oops. Wait, what? 0 degrees. What have I got to do? Wait, what the hell? I've got to flip this around somehow. There's some kind of way to do that. It's kind of weird with the pixel art, though. How do I make sure it's exactly 180? It's not working out for me. Oh, I hate that. Why doesn't it snap? Why doesn't it snap when I rotate? Is there a way for me to do that? Okay, let's ask ChatGPT here. ChatGPT, help me. All right, ChatGPT. So basically, I'm in Photoshop, and I'm wondering, what have I got to do to rotate a selection exactly 180? Is there a snapping function? Is there something where I can just type in 180? Because whenever I try to rotate it manually, I can't get the perfect 180. Let's see what it says. Dude, I want to listen to Game Chop's Stardew Valley. One of the best albums in the video game lo-fi space, in my opinion. Oh, they came out with a 2. All right, let's listen to this with Coffee Date. Hell yeah, Coffee Date. Coffee Date. All right, rotate a selection, make your selection, press Control J. Okay, so with the new layer selected, press Control T, and in the top bar, just rotate it. Really? Really? So Control J, okay. And then just look for a rotation. No, that's not how it works. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm just trying to rotate this. Is it this? Well, I could just do this. Boom. Just like that. Wait, why is it doing this? Okay, that's pretty good. Honestly, looks pretty solid. The thing is that I think we need this. I think we do need to have this on top. What the hell? I mean, this does look pretty good. It should definitely be getting a little darker after we get to this section here. Oops. Dude, this is making me want us to play Stardew Valley, bro. This sound is so nostalgic. Maybe we do just need this a little bit darker, you know? The adjustments. Hue and saturation. We get just a little bit darker. I mean, that looks kind of dope. Okay, it looks pretty bad. Why does it look so bad? It just looks kind of weird. We gotta have this spilling over more. That's what we gotta have. Okay. Wait. Wait, so it's a lot lower than I'm thinking. There's a lot more texturing going on too. Okay. It's a little too dark. I think what we got to do is have that middle section meet. Okay. How did I do this before? Control T, flip it around. Now, did I do that right? Yeah. Oh gosh, what have I done? Okay. Gotta Control E that. Oh gosh. I think having the textures follow it down is probably what's going to make it look better. That's what I'm thinking. And having a little bit of those bright spots is not a bad idea. Maybe it is a bad idea. Why does it look so bad? What if I just took a chunk of this, sort of plopped it around here? That spot is just still too bright. Okay. Oh, I think okay, I've gotten very close. It's just a little bit too much of a repeating design. We are getting closer though. I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, is that working? I feel like it is. I feel like that is working. I think that's a good place to stop there. We might need a little bit more design down here. feel like the darkest spot should be down there. I kind of like this. This is starting to really look good in my opinion. It's a little sharp of a V. I'd probably want maybe a bit of a darker black down here. If we go to the colors here, bring it up a little bit. But if it was just like that. Whoa, my ears.
Kid 13 just made the best mistake of their life.
Best mistake of your life, bro. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. For that follow. I'm thinking I don't know if we... It just seems like a little bit too sharp of a V. We could soften it up if we wanted to. But that's a good place. That's good. Now, in fact, I kind of want to darken these brighter spots over here. But would that be a mistake? Let's look at what happens over here. Let's see. Yeah, DC Kid 13 says, this is so cool, man. What are you working on? DC Kid, I am working on Pow Vista, which is a free-to-play MMORPG that you can actually play right now on Steam or the App Store. How do I share a Steam link? Is there a way where I can just, like, go to the store page? Do I just click this? Copied? Yeah, if you go on Steam, you can also find it on your mobile phone as well. You can play Pow Vista on your mobile phone. It's sort of like if Pokemon and RuneScape had a child. I don't know if you know what RuneScape is, but surely you know what Pokemon is. And you could see it sort of borrows from the chibi style that Pokemon used to be known for before they made it terrible. But it's an MMORPG, which means all these players, you know, most of these guys you see walking around are actually pals, which are like little creatures that you can own. Like my pal is this guy up here. And you chop trees, you train up your skills. Your pal has their own set of skills identical to yours that they can train. And you just try to become the best player. So yeah, it's pretty cool, and you can try it out. It's 100% free with no pay to win whatsoever. And the lead developer, Close on Sunday, or Steven, has said that he will literally never ever make it pay to win. So if he does make it pay to win someday, we can all go to his house. I'll just dox him, and then we can all beat him up together. Okay, I think I should let myself know that it's right here is where the line is. All right, perfect. Yeah. Lol. Wait. Why am I having... Oh, because I already have something selected. Okay. Perfect. So we're going to go ahead and drag this down over here, as well as down here. And now that looks a lot better. And we're going to somehow need to get this selection also to where I can rotate it like 90 degrees exactly. Oh, why can't I get the perfect 90 degrees? There's no way that... Oh, it's shift. You just have to hold shift. Okay, I got it. You just have to hold shift. Perfect. Now, how do we do this? Wait, what? Maybe I have to make a custom... I might just have to make it custom. Alright, done. Yeah. Oh no. Let's see. We could do this right here. And we can copy over this. And then I can fill it in, I guess. Yeah, nice. So glad I stopped by this. This is freaking epic. Dude, DC Kid, thank you, bro. You're making my day, bro. It's awesome that you found this, man. I'm so glad. And, yeah, definitely, Pow Vista is, like, one-of-a-kind sort of game. It definitely borrows from a lot of, like, inspirations, like Pokemon, RuneScape, and even freaking Pow World with these pals, you know. The whole idea of, like, having little creatures that can chop logs for you and do other automated tasks like fishing or mining. And there's just so much in the future for this game. And we're just going to keep on working on it until it blows up. And then when it blows up, we're just going to work on it more. And we're going to build the development team. I'm really excited for the future of Pow Vista. Okay. I think I can go ahead and delete this. Delete this from the tile set. And then we're going to go ahead and take this and bring it up here. And then let's see if that looks good. Bro, honestly, I'm really happy with the way this is looking. It should be a little bit brighter, a little bit darker. Basically, it just needs a little more texturing on that dark side right there. So let's go ahead and see here. A little bit more texturing. So be like that. Does that work? Oh, wait. Is that the other side I'm looking at? No, it is. It's this one for sure. But the problem is that I'm supposed to copy this like this. Boom. And boom. Okay. Awesome. Dude, that looks perfect. Let's go. Yeah, the name is cool. Pow Vista. Which is a combination of two places that were important to me and my brother Steven. Steven's the one who made the game. We live in San Diego, California, so there's a city named Poway and there's a city named Chula Vista. So what Steven did was he just combined Poway and Chula Vista into Pow Vista. And then he did the same thing with like Torrey Village is based off Torrey Pines and different stuff like that. Okay, so I think we're good, except I, for some reason, think that there should be a little bit of darkness there. But maybe not? Maybe I'm getting bogged down by the wrong type of thing. But for some reason, I'm feeling like it should, connect here. Yeah. And then come down the other side of that. Like this. I like that. Maybe a little, maybe one more layer of pixels here. Does that look cool? I like that. Maybe even fill in this right here. Honestly, that looks dope. Looks dope to me. Hell yeah. Yeah, that looks awesome. Okay. Awesome. Let's go ahead and copy that. Bring that down here. And here. Okay. Awesome. Have you always been into game development? No. Steven brought me on I mean, like, in the very beginning, I did some map editing. Not a lot, though. And then I did a lot of, like, the main thing I did in the beginning of the Pow Vista development, like 4 years ago, was, like, creating CSV files, comma separated value files. And that was just, like, before AI, bro. When AI came out, dude, all those menial tasks could be taken care of so easily. But I was away from the Pow Vista development for a long time. Literally, like, for over 3 years, I only did, like, a couple things, small things here and there. But recently, the Pow Vista is, like, blown up. As you can see, look at this. Who's this guy? Techno. Yo. Bro, I got the same hoodie. I'm going to put on the same hoodie as him. Awesome. Boys, awesome. I am gonna hop off because dinner's ready, but we will be continuing this adventure of creating this boss arena in the future. Probably Monday, I believe. So make sure you guys have your notifications turned on so that you're ready when that comes out, when we start streaming that. But for now, that's all. Peace out. Peace and love. And don't forget to join if you want to stay connected in the community. Make sure to join the Discord linked somewhere on the screen. I don't know where it is, but you just got to find it. And that's where we play Nintendo Switch together, Minecraft together, and Pow Vista, of course, Pow Vista. All right, DC Kid, glad to meet you as well. Peace out.